Good afternoon. It is 3:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. The World Cup semifinals are set after the weekend action. Kylian Mbappe in France will take on Spain on Tuesday, while Lionel Messi in Argentina will face off against Jude Bellingham in England on Wednesday. It's MLB All-Star Week, and the action from Citizen Bank Park in Philadelphia kicks off tonight with the Major League Baseball Home Run Derby. That's at 7 p.m. on Netflix. The field includes Phillies star Kyle Schwarber, Yankees Ben Rice, the Rays star Junior Caminero, Cardinals Jordan Walker, Phillies Bryce Harper, the Red Sox Wilson Contreras, Munetaka Murakami from the White Sox, and Jack Caglione of the Kansas City Royals. Fire Foundation Repair, whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home, the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The HL 104.5, this on Monday edition. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you had a great weekend. We are here for you until 6 o'clock. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There she is. Babsy's here, y'all.
Hi. Happy Monday, party people.
Executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What up?
Hi, Zeffy.
How did the baby shower go?
It was good. Good turnout. The rain held off, thankfully. So,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, we were looking at the weather like all week, and it was like supposed to storm. Yeah, I mean, it sprinkled a little bit, but rain held off for most of the day.
Did you play some pool on your new pool table?
I did.
Did you get into the wicker room?
I did. Slay won some prizes.
Oh, he did? What kind of prizes? What are you talking about? Like Cracker Jack prizes?
we had games. Like we had these like little cards that were like who knows mom best, and we had a little baby bottle full of Skittles and had to guess the number of Skittles. And
Which one did Slay win?
Slay won 2.
What? That guy.
Slay guessed the number of Skittles. He was 1 off. There were 171. He
That's
guessed
amazing.
170. And when he got a bottle of tequila for that. No, bottle of vodka.
Ooh.
Bottle of vodka for that. It was a bottle of Tito's, and he scratched off the label and wrote Slados. He said, I'm the only one that can touch this, or if anybody does touch it, they got to give me $1.
Slatos.
So, and the other game I think was he came in third place of who knows mom best. So, yeah.
Good job, Slay.
Yeah. So
That's
Slay,
funny.
He's a family member.
Yeah. Well, I guess he technically won 3 games because he did beat me in pool.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're going to hear about that.
Oh, he's
Slay
not
Dog
here to...
is on assignment. He will be back tomorrow. We will definitely dive
So
into that.
I won't give any of the details until he gets here because I don't want him thinking that I'm sitting here telling a different side of the story. So I will wait.
That means there's a story.
There
No,
are 3
there's-
sides to every story.
There's no
Jeff.
story. I lost.
Yours, his, and the truth.
I lost. The truth is I
well,
lost.
There you go. All right.
Now
Well, we'll
I will
talk with
say,
him about that tomorrow.
Did you get cute things for your baby?
I have not gone through any of the gifts yet. They're all like shoved in our dining room, and that's the plan when I get home tonight.
Okay, good. By the way, something just came in, something else that I ordered, y'all, that I totally forgot. And I bought you the same exact thing as what came in, except it's different sizes. So now you're going to have this same exact onesies in like 6 different sizes.
No, that's good because
That'll work,
I
actually.
don't know if you guys know, but babies apparently grow fast. So
They do. So yeah, I'll bring that tomorrow. You can add it to your stash.
How was girls' weekend?
Amazing.
Yeah?
We did absolutely nothing except for drink and lay by the pool and eat. And
I mean,
it was beautiful.
What more do you want?
Nothing. Well, I take that back. We did have a little, 9 p.m. dance party on the porch. Meh.
Well, I mean, she lives in a small town. It's not like you're going to disrupt a lot of people.
Well, I'm pretty sure we disrupted the neighbors.
Well, if you
Pretty
did,
sure
I haven't heard about it
There
yet,
were
so.
cats that were dying listening to us sing Strawberry Wine. But it was great.
There is a cat that lives next door that I think
Oh,
would
I know.
kill us all.
It came
if
to see us.
Jewel.
I nicknamed her Juju.
She's got good juju.
Yep.
I'll tell you, that cat, she's got a major body count of birds?
Well, she actually, when she came to see us, had a lizard in her mouth.
Awesome.
So
Very good. I went to Reds Cubs in Cincinnati on Saturday. And
that is what, unless something comes up, Zeph, that's what came up.
Yeah.
It came up.
Was it a good game at least?
Cincinnati was cool, man. I stayed down by the University of Cincinnati, which is on a major hill.
Yes.
Like I felt like I was in San Francisco going to the stadium in an Uber there. But I went to the game. Tons of Cubs fans, as you might imagine. They go to every away
everywhere,
park,
yeah.
but especially that one, it's close. So, and then multiple home runs. Cubs win 5-3.
Well,
Alex
that's
Bregman,
fun.
former Astro, hit one. So yeah, it was good. Before
Wait,
anybody,
was Bregman a part of the trash can thing?
yes.
Yeah.
Before anybody asked
Never
me,
going to get away from it.
I did not have Skyline chili. I've had it before, and I don't really care for it, which is going to be blasphemous to a lot
because
of Reds
it's
fans here. But
cinnamon and chili. Who freaking does that?
I didn't
It's
think
terrible.
this is going to sound bad, but I didn't feel like mine. Remember when I kind of felt a little bit like I was inching toward? Remember when Slay had 3 hot chocolates in one day?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go down that path.
Yeah.
That's probably smart.
So then I walk out after the game and trying to get away from the crowd because it went down the last inning. So everybody left at once. And so I'm trying to get far enough away from the stadium to get Uber back to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I see? Well, I see rows of bars, but I saw Tin Roof.
Oh, I
So
didn't
I'm
know they
like-
had one there.
I'll go into Tin Roof. So I went into Tin Roof, and I'm telling you, like, there were like this band playing. They were all in their mid-20s probably, but they were playing like 90s rock, which I love.
Oh, yes. That's right up your alley.
Yeah, and then this one of the World Cup game was on. So anyway,
Argentina.
but having to come back, had to fly to Orlando, and
Okay.
so I flew to
Okay.
Orlando and then to Nashville.
Time out. Pause your story. Because if I remember correctly, somebody gave me so much crap for flying to Cincinnati and not driving because it's close.
Yeah, 4.5 hours.
Am I right?
I drive that
Zeph?
when I go to
Was that
Mississippi.
it?
I mean, I was a part of the giving you crap, but yes.
But so
was-
instead, what's he doing? He's connecting to Orlando to come back to Nashville?
My crap is what? So your crap
you me?
is
You turned into me.
We were in Clarksville. You were
that is
going to
accurate.
Louisville, which is like 2 hours away.
Oh, actually, it was Louisville. It wasn't.
It was
Cincinnati,
Louisville.
Yeah.
So you drove back to the airport from Clarksville,
Yeah.
which would put you halfway to Louisville.
That's yeah.
Your story's better. For me, like there was one nonstop flight and it was at 7 a.m. I'm like, the hell with that. So I was
Yeah,
like,
you're not doing that.
I just looked at shortest flight time and it was the one that went to Orlando. So we get to Orlando, massive
You
storm.
hate Orlando.
Massive storm. They had shut the airport down. So we're circling with like 14 other planes. You can see them out your window, And so we finally land. Orlando, y'all, the airport at Orlando is the airport I hate, and I don't use that word, the most that I've ever been to.
Mm-hmm.
They have this pod system. So like in my pods, there's like gate over here, random. And then they have like this middle area where literally birds are flying through the airport. And there are like fast food restaurants. And then there are look, I love kids. There's like 7 million of them in that airport screaming and running. But the biggest problem, they only had 2 restaurants in the entire pod. So like it's hard to get something to sit down and eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't like that place. But I went there. Also, Cincinnati Airport is actually in northern Kentucky, which I know a lot of y'all know that.
Oh.
So it's in Kentucky. So I was wondering how they do the taxes, and I was talking with Paul's from there, and he was like, nope, Cincinnati gets none of the airport tax, even though it's their airport.
That's weird.
There was just apparently no place to build it in Cincinnati. So things I've learned. Also, shout out to the couple that sat next to me, Zach and Ashton. They had a little baby. Her mom was watching, so they could go to the game.
fun.
And Zach said he would be listening to the show today. So
What up, Zach?
what up, Zach? They were awesome.
Are they from here?
No. They were from there.
Okay.
So he's a big Reds fan. But anyway, that's the weekend. Hope you all had a good one. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Slowest sports weekend on the calendar.
Yeah, this sucks.
I enjoy these shows.
Yeah, I know
know.
you do. They are like oh my gosh.
Speaking
I made sure I took my medication today.
She had to get medicated. It's so boring out there in the
Yes.
sports world.
You had to get medicated because you know I'm going to go 8 million places.
I know.
Like this one. Hope everybody had a great
already
weekend.
starting.
This from Barstool. I'd already sent y'all this. I never heard back from anyone, so I don't think y'all read them. But hope everybody had a great weekend because now the world is about to end after 900 venomous cobras escaped from a breeding farm during a massive flood in China.
So here's
I
what.
sent
Here's
Babs a
one of
video.
my.
Never heard from her on it.
Oh no! Well, because I had already seen it, and
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, "That is crazy."
It is crazy.
But
It's-
I'm fine with it because it's in China. But China, I do have a question. Why is there a breeding farm?
That was Zeph's
for
question.
Cobras.
That was Zeph's question too.
Like, do
I
I
don't know.
need to Google this? Why?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
You hate snakes, so the idea of you Googling anything about snakes is gonna
I know,
mess up
but-
your timeline and
but
everything.
because I hate snakes, I always look at the videos.
Yeah, that's a
And
great
then,
question.
so then it's all over my freaking timeline. It's nothing but snakes.
Why do we have snake farms? That was the right question to that story. Not 900 snakes in a river in China.
Did you see them all too? The way
Yeah.
cobras swim too. Their head
can
is
just-
like straight
They
out.
can just stay still too. Yeah, I watched Snakes on the Plane. I didn't finish it yet, but I let everyone know I was going to watch that on Friday. But I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, they're bred to harvest their venom for anti-venom production.
Okay.
That's probably a good reason to do that.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
how often do the snake farm guys have to get the anti-venom?
Oh, so these farms are like saving people's lives. Well, hell.
You really need that much anti-venom, though?
Probably around there.
Yeah, and I don't
A
know
bunch
the
of those
difference.
places,
A lot of
yeah.
people say poisonous snakes. I found out over the July
no,
4th
it is
weekend
venomous.
it's venomous, not poisonous.
Yes.
This lady that was with us was
Wait, how did you
Kim.
find that
Her
out
name's Kim. Shout out
over
Kim.
4th of July weekend?
Because Hal and Kim have a lake house next to Kirby with an Eyes parents' lake house.
And
so
you
we were talking about
said
them.
poisonous, and they were like, it's not poisonous.
I think her
it's
husband
venomous.
did, but they actually live in Smyrna, so they get or Nolensville. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so if
They
you
live in
ever
Nolensville.
go, if anybody out there ever has a snake on their property, like I have numerous times, and then you like go to the snake identification pages, like you will get absolutely massacred if you say poisonous and not venomous. So,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
oh, I learned that right away. Right away.
We also need to clean up Slay's NASCAR bet. Remember, he strongly went with Todd Gilliland.
Yeah, so did Todd even race?
Yeah, he raced.
When was he out?
He at first had Scott Dixon, who is an Indy driver. So
Okay.
then Todd Furman
Right.
was like, he's not in the field, but that's a good call there. Slay
Okay,
Dog.
so here's a very shortened version of what happened for people who may have missed it last Wednesday.
Okay.
When Todd Furman was on, we asked him if
You have this?
I do. I turned into a promo. We asked Todd Furman, who is taken in the upcoming NASCAR race that was yesterday. Todd said he didn't have anybody because he's going on vacation, and Slay said, "I'll take care of you."
What you got for Atlanta?
I got nothing this week.
No, Todd Fogg.
Who you got, Slay?
I'm gonna tell you, keep your eye on Scott Dixon, man. Listen, I
Did you
know.
hear him just laugh?
Yeah,
Look,
he likes to be tickled like that.
If Scott Dixon wins the NASCAR race that he's actually not entered in this weekend, we got one hell of a story.
That's what I said. That's what I'm telling you, Todd Fogg. Keep your eye on him. The man only had one top 5 finish, so you know what I mean? Don't watch
He's
him
not
close
even
in the.
in the
Yeah,
race.
that's what I'm trying to tell him. Don't watch him in there. I'm saying keep your eye on him.
I was dying at that. This is after Furman was already like shaking his head at Slay anyway. So, okay, so instead he went with.
Todd Gilliland, who finished 19th,
Okay, hey,
top 20.
that's actually probably one of his better finishes.
Listen to you. Your little laugh. Ryan Blaney won the race. I supported my guy and went with Gilliland because, like, what was it? 25 will get you $442. or
Yeah, it
something.
was some
Or
great
maybe
odds.
it was like $2,000.
It was some great odds.
Probably a reason. There were great odds. But I also went with Denny Hamlin just for, he finished 12th. So that was, I think we've cleaned up all of the weekend. Also, shout out. Can I give a shout out before we take the break?
Presented by your mom and them.
Shout out to former Vandy baseball player Smyrna pitcher, Sonny Gray, who recorded his 2000th Major League strikeout recently. Not all in one night. That would be a record.
Yeah.
Go, Sonny.
One hell of a game.
I love that dude. And the story the way I understand it is he ended up getting offered at Vanderbilt because Tim Corbin went and watched him play quarterback for Smyrna in football.
I covered him in high school playing quarterback. I hate to say that because it makes me sound really old, but
I don't know how
dude.
much.
He has a lot of confidence, that guy.
I don't know how much baseball news you're keeping up with, but rumors around the trade deadline is Braves are interested in going after Sonny Gray. Let's just hope that that pans out.
I believe he might have been a Braves fan
Growing up,
yeah.
Would not mind that
That
at
dude
all.
was a hell of an athlete. I also heard a little story. Sonny Gray had signed with Vandy, and it was the offseason going into his freshman year, and he walks by. Pedro Alvarez was in town, and he played for the Pittsburgh Pirates at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Gray's like, hey, man, he's like, nice to meet you or whatever. And he's like, hey, get in the box. I'll strike you out. To Pedro Alvarez. That's the way I heard the story. I was like, I love this dude, if that's true. Monday, July 13th. If you want to 615-737-1045, it's definitely list season. And I've got a list, all 32 quarterbacks ranked. Where is Cam Ward? 615-737-1045.
What's happening, good people? This is the time to tell you, man. You see, we've been going down memory lane, and that, speaking of Nashville staples, this is one that has been around for 50 plus years and continuing to thrive. With your help, they even thrive more. But you got to understand exactly what you're getting when it comes to mid-10 Ford. You got to be over there. Get to them, Middle Tennessee Ford. They understand exactly what you need. They understand the welcoming dynamic that needs to be offered when you walk through the door. That's why so many customers have been coming back for generation after generation. Understand that if you need your truck service, your car service, they got it for you. One-stop shop for sales, service, financing, and even a body shop. So that little nick, that little dent, they get it done for you. They make it easy. This month, you can always dive in and understand, which means you pay differently than other people do. 1319 Foster Avenue, get there. 615-949-2737. Give them a call and tell them Big Slay told you so, and watch the retail love that you get. Mid-10 Ford.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Slay Dog will be back tomorrow. Hope you had a great weekend. We actually do have a lot to get to.
All right.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Sam Neill. Dr. Grant, Jurassic Park. He was 78. He was good in Peaky Blinders. He's been good in so much. And I know Slay will want to talk about him tomorrow. So, man, he was great. Sam Neill, 78 years old.
I dressed up as Alan Grant for last Halloween.
You did?
Mm-hmm. And Alyssa was...
Man, maybe you're bad luck. What did you do the previous year?
I think we went as pirates. We went as pirates.
It wasn't somebody that later died? Mm-mm. Okay.
No, last year I dressed up as Alan Grant, and Alyssa was... Oh, what's the girl's character name? The blonde one? Is it Sarah?
Oh yeah. Gosh. What's her name? Ellen Barkin?
Yeah.
Ellen who?
I'm not a fan of her. But yeah, I get it. Anyway, so we'll get more on that tomorrow. Also from Nashville EXP, Nashville beat out New York City for the most viewed 4th of July broadcast, ending a 16-year streak for New York.
Oh, look at that. Somewhere Butch Spearden is drinking his whiskey saying, told you.
Yeah, they've been working on making that
Love
number
you,
one
Butch.
for a minute, and there's so many great people that go into getting that done. But Butch, yeah, that was his baby.
That was his baby.
One of his many babies. 12 flatbed trucks involved. I did some research. 20 pyrotechnic people.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how much they spent on fireworks, according to the person I talked to?
How much?
$1.8 million.
Wow. Do you think the 500,000 people that were here brought that in?
Yeah, let's take it out of the hotel tax like anything else. Before we move from everything that happened over the weekend, I was just alerted by a source close to both of us that there might have been something that involved you and your Georgia friend Casey and, well, mine too, and a flight attendant? Or is there backstory first?
Oh, this was pretty bizarre. Okay, let me tell the backstory of like Tupelo.
Number one, you've spoken many times about how they, let me put it this way, could do it better at Tupelo Airport?
Well, I wouldn't say do it better. They're pretty anal about what they do at the Tupelo Airport. So for those that don't know, like Tupelo is near Starkville, Mississippi.
Near Oxford,
near Oxford,
Houston,
near
which is where Kirby with an eye
Houston,
live.
which is where I went for my girls' trip. But I have flown, there's a smaller airline, Contour Airline, and I've flown them often to get to Starkville. Just because it's easy, and then that way I don't have to fly to Memphis and then drive, and then I don't have to drive from Nashville. Like, I love this flight.
It's 30 minutes, wheels up, wheels down.
Super easy.
Now,
it's direct.
They will fly when they want to fly.
Yep.
Because I've gone down there
found
before.
That out, yeah.
The last time I went down there, I was in the Nashville airport for 7 hours. I felt like Tom Hanks in whatever that movie is.
Oh, yeah.
Where they couldn't leave the airport.
Yeah, they kind of decide, hey, I know your flight's at 11, but we're going to leave at 4 today. Sometimes that happens. But, so I love Contour. So this was like, God, this was forever ago. I mean, Mike Leach was the head coach there. And so coming back, the Tupelo Airport, this is like my third time, I think, coming back from Tupelo. And their security is like no joke. I mean, like, ain't nobody or nothing getting through that security. And just to give you an idea, like, the airport is just one, I mean, it's probably like, I don't know, this size of upstairs here, or not even. Mm-hmm. And it's just one gate, and it's all windows. Gate. So, like, security is right there. You can walk in, like, 10 minutes before your flight and get through. Like, the person that checks you in at the outside of the airport is also the person that loads the bags and takes your ticket and does all the thing. And
thing with the wands.
Yes.
Yeah.
And puts the flights in.
You've lost things out of your suitcase with these guys.
No, yes, out of my suitcase, my carry-on suitcase. So this was a couple years ago. So I'd been working for ESPN for 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years. Traveled to every major airport there ever existed, right? LaGuardia, DC, like all of them. I had like this mini pair of scissors that I always carry with me for prep work and whatever else. And they straight confiscated my scissors. I was like, those are legal. Those are fine. I've flown through every airport for the last 10 years with those. And they're like, nope, it's not here.
Those little grandma cuticle
Yes.
scissors, yeah.
I mean, no, not even cuticle, but they're like the rounded, like kid scissors that you're allowed to take. They're tiny. I'm like, no, really?
They're rounded at the end?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like, Atlanta, Nashville, all of them. They're like, well, you can't do that here. I was like, okay. So Tupelo and I kind of have like this love-hate relationship anyway because they confiscated my 10-year-old scissors. But
Home
anyway,
of Elvis Presley,
yes.
Tupelo, Mississippi.
It's an adorable little town.
It is.
Honestly. It's really cute. They have good little restaurants and boutiques and all that. But anyway, so flying back on Sunday, we're on the plane and the flight is full, but you have to remember it's a tiny little
30
CJ.
people.
Yeah. So the flight attendant gets on to do her, and also let me preface this with the fact that my mom was a flight attendant for 44 years for Delta. So like, I love flight attendants. I respect them. Right. But anyway, so she gets on to do her safety briefing and, obnoxious Georgia fan Casey and I are just chatting away, but not loudly. Like she can still do her thing. We're not bothering her, right? Like we're not obnoxious, even though I call Georgia fan friend Casey obnoxious. We were not
Not
at
in this
point.
moment.
No, not in this moment. We were just having a conversation.
In your view, you were not bothering her.
So on the mic, in front of the entire plane, she says, I'm going to need you to pay attention for just 5 minutes for these safety announcements, okay? And so both of us
It's like being called out in class.
Yes.
In front of everyone in the room.
But this is how crazy it is because I've never had that. So both Casey and I kind of look up and we're like, oh. So I was like, oh, I guess somebody behind us like was standing up and not listening to her or something. So we like just keep on talking. So then when yes, because I was like, there's no way she's talking to us. So then when she comes through to deliver, the water in the little plastic cup, because that's the only service they do, because it's like a 30-minute flight.
That's an important note. There's no alcohol on the plane.
No alcohol,
There's no
no
alcohol
nothing.
in the airport.
No.
So it's not like y'all were just getting tanked before you got on the plane.
No, and also, as one of our friends said, we drank enough alcohol the day before and the night before to put everybody in this plane on rehab. So, in rehab. So, trust me, we just trying to survive at this point. Yeah, and so, we didn't even know she was talking to us. And so then, as she's walking through to do it or whatever, she comes up to us and I was like, oh yeah, can I have one of those waters? So I get a water and she's like, well, aren't you two just chatty Cathys?
Oh my God.
And then walks away and I was like,
that phrase?
oh my gosh, she was talking to us. She called us out on the microphone on the entire plane, to the entire plane. And we didn't even know it was us at that point. Isn't that crazy?
The chatty Cathy thing makes it for me because, like, that's for those that don't know.
Aren't you two just chatty Cathys?
And most of y'all don't know, and I might get the decade wrong even, but that was like a doll, and you would pull the string.
Is that where it comes from?
Yeah, and the doll would talk. I think it was like in the 60s or 70s. I don't know, but that was Chatty Cathy, yeah, I think. That is hilarious.
So one of the girls on the chat, when I told them, I was like, apparently we just got called out on the microphone in front of everybody. Like, I'm kind of embarrassed. And she said, listen, we drank enough to put everybody in this flight in rehab. And then also, if the plane goes down, your 2-minute safety speech isn't going to matter. Relax. I'm like, well, that's
Not
true
on
too.
that plane. At least it doesn't have propellers. Like, it's a jet.
Barely. Barely.
Yeah.
So
Okay, story time with Babs.
But, has anybody ever been called out for talking during safety announcements?
Like accosted via the microphone.
Via the microphone. And I thought she was talking to somebody behind me. Nope.
We did take a charter flight to Tennessee, Florida State in the Fiesta Bowl when Tennessee was playing for the national championship following the 98 season. And when we left Nashville, and it was a charter flight, so you walk out to the stairs to get on the plane or whatever, and it was snowing. We get to Tempe, Arizona, it was 72 and sunny. So anyway, I mean, the second they go ding, 10,000 feet, open your tray table, whatever, this guy gets on the flight attendant microphone and starts singing Rocky Top.
Really?
It's like 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, this guy's already hammered.
Oh, man, Zeph would have been in heaven.
And then I thought, boy, these people out in Tempe, Arizona don't know what's about to happen. These Tennessee people coming out here. 615-737-1045 if you want in.
But seriously, if anybody has ever been called out like that, please let me know. Also, I have flown so much because my mom was a flight attendant. Obviously, I can recite the entire safety speech word for word.
I'm following you. I mean, I've been on a million planes too. Yeah.
Anybody?
I've never had anything weird happen on a plane. Like nobody get arrested.
I was like, I'm like the bad kid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Class.
You know, people have stories, though. It's a good time for them. Story time here on 3HL. NFL Daily 32, 2026 quarterback ratings. This is from Lead Yard NFL. And one of the writers was a guy, I forget. I didn't write down his name, but it was someone we all know. So that's why I pulled it.
Okay.
But 1 through 5 ranked quarterbacks. Josh Allen 1, Lamar Jackson number 2. Lamar Jackson, who on the ESPN list is ranked 69th best player in the NFL.
That's ridiculous.
That whole list is dumb, man.
You know
and
what
they
it
got it
is?
from
It's
other.
bunk.
They got it from players.
I maintain that it is what Ramon said. The players are like, I ain't got time for this. I'm not trying to. I don't care.
Well, these coaches things, like we're going to SEC Media Days next week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be in Tampa for that. We're leaving Sunday. We'll be back. We're doing shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday down there. Anyway, those coaches' rankings, usually it's the sports information guy that does it. Like the coach never does it.
Yep.
And so one year, Steve Spurrier got reprimanded or asked about, he had left Tim Tebow off. Spurrier now was at South Carolina, but that he had left Tim Tebow off of his preseason All-SEC team. And so literally when he was asked about it, he blamed his sports information director, Jamie Speronis.
I remember this.
He's like, Speronis filled it out. I don't know why he didn't take Tebow on there. Speronis.
Just call him out.
Chris Lowe loves that story, and he does it in Spurrier's voice. So Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, number 3, Joe Burrow, 4, and Drake May, number 5. I want to see if Drake May can do that again.
I agree.
New England's schedule much different this year, much more difficult this year. I think that's a team that's going to go from Super Bowl down to maybe not even in the playoffs.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Now, maybe I'm just a Patriots hater. It's quite possible. But, I mean, if you just look at their schedule last year and this year, and you know the NFL gets a book out on you pretty quickly. Drake May made such a jump. Like, Drake May made the jump from season 1 to season 2 like everyone here wants to see Cam Ward do, statistically even, I guess. 6, Justin Herbert. Keep waiting for him to be one of the best. Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love. Green Bay is number 9. Brock Purdy, number 10. Jared Goff, 11. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is an interesting player. I had already made up my mind on him. And we even talked with our guys from 1010XL in Jacksonville about this, and they agreed that he had hit his ceiling. And then
Yeah, which is
last year
crazy.
happened,
Yeah.
and he was good. I mean, he was good last year. And I know we all hate the Jaguars and all that, but I mean, the truth is the truth. Like, he was good.
I'll be curious if he can do that again.
Right.
Under
Same thing.
second year of Liam Cohen, now that the league's kind of got an idea what that
What
looks
they
like,
are?
what that pair looks like. Yeah.
Yep. Jaden Daniels, 13. Caleb Williams, 14. C.J. Stroud. Bo Nix with Denver. Sam Darnold, 17. Jalen Hurts. Here's another one. Another big season for a quarterback who just lost his primary receiver. By the way, did y'all see Tom Brady go through that? We need to find that audio. It's Tom Brady talking about A.J. Brown and being like such an up and down guy. It's really hard on teammates.
I thought it was pretty telling.
We need to find that. I can't remember if I put it in the chat.
What was your reaction to that?
I want to hear it again,
Okay.
but I think he was talking from a perspective that none of us can really comprehend because he's coming at it from, quarterback position, one of the best ever, all these things. And so he has some
Demanding person when it comes to teammates.
trying to keep someone
Right.
happy.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield, your boy, number 19.
Go Baker.
Kyler Murray, 20. I still don't know what to think about him. Daniel Jones, 21. Indianapolis just signed that big 1-year deal. Fernando Mendoza.
Okay. Timeout.
Yep.
No.
Oh, wait, I missed Tyler Shook. Tyler Shook, 22. Fernando Mendoza, 23.
Timeout.
Ahead of Cam Ward.
Timeout. No. That's ridiculous. He hasn't played a snap in the NFL. This is what we did with Cam Ward last year. Everyone was saying they put Cam Ward at the end. Okay, we haven't seen Cam Ward. We haven't seen Cam Ward. Because that's why you put him at the end. He's a rookie. Hasn't played. There's no way Fernando Mendoza, a guy who has 0 snaps in the NFL, should be above anyone who has snaps in the NFL.
I don't think you can argue that. He hasn't even won the job.
No, he might not even be the starter.
Yeah, theoretically.
That's crazy.
Yep. Fernando Mendoza, 23. Bryce Young, 24.
I think
There's another one that I think will regress again. He had a really good season. They got to the playoffs, hosted a playoff game, almost won against the Rams. But I'm like, yeah, do it again.
I think he deserves. I think I'm a big Bryce Young fan. I think he deserves a lot more credit than he gets in this league because of his size. That dude's a baller. So I for his sake, I hope that him and Dave Canales can put something together again. Because I mean, he's fun to watch when he's on.
Mm-hmm. Cam Ward, 25. So who is Cam Ward in front of on this list? Top quarterbacks from Lead Yard NFL. They have him in front of Malik Willis at 26, Jackson Dart at 27.
Agree with both of those.
Mac Jones, 28. Geno Smith, 29. Kirk Cousins behind Fernando Mendoza at 30. Aaron Rodgers at 31. This list. And Jacoby Brissett, Cardinals, 32.
I'm fine where Cam Ward's at. I have an issue with Fernando being in front of him.
It's a weird list.
I have an issue with Aaron Rodgers being behind him. But other than that, I'm fine. I'm fine with Cam Ward's placement. It's
Aaron
just
Rodgers, by the way, over the weekend put out something on social media that intimated that this would be his last year.
Oh, I think he announced that a couple weeks ago.
Did he?
I think he did.
Okay.
Did you see?
I just thought this was.
Did you see he took all the Pittsburgh guys on a retreat? They went to like some Western retreat. They were on like a ranch.
And he like captioned it like one final ride or something.
That's what it was.
Like they were sitting out in like a ranch, horseback riding. There was a river they went paddleboarding on. They were sitting by a campfire. Yeah, taking his boys out to the country. Bonding moment for the Steelers.
615-737-1045.
At least he didn't take him to some cave with no running water or power.
Yeah.
And then come to find out it's got like, Persian rugs.
Right. That was weird.
615-737-1045. Story time if you want to. Buffalo says he has one. Buffalo, you're Creekside right now?
Yes, sir.
I love it. That's a good place to be, man.
Absolutely. I got a creek runs right down the middle of my property, so it's not a difficult achievement.
Oh,
That's
well,
awesome.
that helps.
But now, in 2011, I was on the Costa Concordia. It was Captain Scatino who wrecked that thing about 8 months after I rode on it. When we were on that boat, we were on our 10th year anniversary, so we were at the captain's table, and I was looking out to the left, I was looking out to the right, and I was like, what are these lights so close to the boat? And he was doing that same maneuver, going through those islands, and it was like we were on Gallatin Road, I swear to God. We were looking out this way and that way, and the lights were going by so quick. And sure enough, that joker hit a rock doing that crap just 8 months after we rode on it, me and my wife.
Holy cow.
Dude,
Yikes.
it was crazy.
All right, Buffalo.
That's nuts.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Appreciate you, man.
Enjoyed the creek.
I still want to know if anyone listening has been thrown off a plane or seen it happen.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's seen it
615
happen. This is Nashville.
737-1045. 615-737-1045. Yeah, you would think with all the woo girls coming in town.
Exactly. Either coming in or leaving.
They ain't here 1 second sober. And that starts before they leave home.
Correct.
It's so funny. We call them woo girls, and sometimes you're like, oh, yeah. They really are.
Oh, there we girls.
I mean, just woo everywhere in downtown Nashville. 615-737-1045. When we come back, a couple of notes about Chattanooga Baylor running back David Gabriel Georges. We'll talk more with Chris Lowe, who did a piece on him, with him at 520. But got a couple things for you. He's going to make his announcement next Wednesday. He just got upgraded to 5+ star. Some have him number 1 running back in the country. I know Lowe told us he is a program transformational player. 615-737-1045.
Wanted to talk to you a little bit about Circa Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs out there in Franklin, Kentucky, not too far away from us. And the sports book is unreal. It is so cool. We have been out there numerous times, and the entire thing is immersive. It's a 2-story sports betting experience, comfortable, convenient. They have live games on the 8 million TVs that are in front of you, and it is absolutely so cool. It's catered to the ultimate sports fan. And from June 1st to July 19th, by the way, for the rest of this soccer thing going on, you can make a wager of $50 or more on soccer over the retail counter and then get entered into a raffle to win 2 tickets to a Nashville versus Miami soccer experience on August 15th. It is awesome there. Go check it out if you haven't. You will love it. Maybe hit the Titans future bet there. Permanent Retail Sportsbook. It's at the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs. Check out Circa Sports.
What's happening, good people? BrentwoodJewelry.com is where you need to head to physically. And check them out, 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off of Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every single day for over 50 years. Why would you not go to a place that's been proudly serving the community with exceptional style and deals every single day? Family-owned and operated business spanning over 3 generations, deeply rooted in the community. Salem Service and the Special Forces and his son serving as local firefighters. The O'Malley family, dedicated to giving back. Go in there and take advantage of it. They want you to, I promise you. Engagements, they got you covered. Watches, they got you covered. You can't miss. Understand that when it comes to the watches, the guys love them. Nashville's premier timepiece dealer is Brentwood Jordan. Not only do they have the best selection in watches, but they are also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, vintage or current models. So you want to head in there and get you one? Go ahead and check it out. Go browse. And make sure you hit that big candy bowl that they got right there in the front, too. That's my spot. It's BrentwoodJewelry.com.
3HL 1045, The Zone, World Cup semifinals tomorrow and Wednesday. You guys still in? I am.
I watched Saturday's games. We had them on at the baby shower.
Yeah, because it's the end, too. I mean, it's not like there's a million on now.
I've been watching the million. I've been in the whole tournament.
I've watched all of them.
I know. I've been very surprised about that.
Yeah, me too.
I was very disappointed Norway lost.
Well, okay. I was having my travel about situation. Did they take him out of the game?
Mm-hmm.
The Game of Thrones guy?
Yep.
The Viking?
Erling Haaland.
Haaland.
They took him out of the game with like 15 minutes left in the second half, down a goal. Again, need one goal to tie it. And they take him out. And once they did that, we kind of all looked around and were like, yeah, this game's over. And it was.
Why did they do that?
I know. I was like, I just had it on, the screaming at each other shows in the morning. I had it on. They were debating it. And so they didn't know.
Yeah.
Nobody on the set knew why they took him out.
Like, we didn't have the audio on, so we couldn't hear what the announcers were saying. Some people said maybe injury. Maybe they were just trying to start a spark, but I don't know how you do a spark with taking your best player off.
He's one of the premier players in the whole thing.
Especially with, and I sent you guys this video earlier in the game when they were up 1-0. They had a chance to go up 2-0, and one of his teammates, it was him and one of his teammates running down the field with one defender and the goalie. And the teammate could have passed it to Haaland, and he would have had the easiest goal of his life, but decided to pull it back and shoot it himself from a further, more difficult shot, got it blocked. Norway ends up losing 2-1 instead of having that 2-0 lead that they would have had if Haaland had kicked it in.
615-737-1045. So, yeah, those two semifinal games coming up Tuesday and Wednesday. The one Wednesday is the one in Atlanta, right?
I believe so.
England and Argentina?
No, yeah. And then France and Spain is Tuesday from
2 o'clock.
I can't remember where they're
England
playing.
and Argentina hate each other. Like, people are saying, it's like, to put it into proper perspective for an American sports fan, it's like Auburn, Alabama.
Okay, yeah.
Michigan, Ohio State. It's
Right.
like that. Except, you represent your country. Means a little more.
France and Spain is in Dallas.
Bet. Couple notes about Chattanooga running back David Gabriel Georges. It's down to Tennessee and Ohio State. He's going to announce next Wednesday. Ole Miss also in there, but the front runners have apparently been Ohio State and Tennessee. This weekend, there was reporting from the Ohio State side of things that Tennessee has a clear advantage over Ohio State. Now, people around him are saying NIL's not the most important thing. Obviously, it's a factor, but not the most important thing. But this is interesting if true. Jeremy Birmingham said on 97.1 The Fan that Adidas has sweetened the pot in a way that I just don't know how Ohio State can combat it. So Adidas apparently, reportedly, has gotten involved on an NIL level for Tennessee to get this high school running back. Okay? He said, Ohio State, I've been told, asked Nike if they could get involved, and Nike said, we don't get involved in high school athletes. So that's a revenue stream for a player that they don't have that Tennessee does, apparently, if this is true.
Because of Adidas.
Yes.
Because of the switch to Adidas.
Well, and a lot of people are saying that Nike is struggling. I saw a report the other day. They've got Ja Morant, and that's by far their biggest shoe. Not even close. And that they're kind of hemorrhaging money at this point. So maybe that's part of it. I don't know. David Gabriel Georges plays at Chattanooga Baylor. He is the number one running back in America, according to most. Chris Lowe told us he believes DGG is a program-transforming player. He'll announce next Wednesday. He told Chris Lowe from On3.com that he is still weighing his options. That was some new information over the weekend, too. So we'll have Chris on, and we'll talk about that. Also, what's going on in Michigan, man? Michigan AD Ward Manuel tried to bury Connor Stallion's evidence, according to a lawsuit. So we'll ask Chris about that, too.
What a disaster.
So the AD...
it just needs to be clean house.
The AD and the school president are probably going to get fired. Like, I if it happened 10 minutes ago, I don't know yet, but that could happen pretty quickly. So that's coming up. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to visit with Parkwood Baseball, headed to the World Series. And Frank Caliendo reached out and said, hey, man, I'm going to the NBA Summer Leagues. Do you want to report? I'm like, yes.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do it today, but I figured it's better if
Slay's
he
here.
and Slay are here at the same time
Yeah.
to do
Well,
that.
and we're talking NBA.
That's absolutely true. The Seahawks sold for $9.61 billion. We'll tell you some elements are revolving around that. And what do you think the Amy Adams Strunk could get if she put the Titans up for sale? 615-737-1045. 3HL 1045, the Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Happy Monday. Dawn Davenport is here, y'all.
In the building. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend.
Yeah,
It has rained so much in Nashville.
It's funny, man. It's like a outburst. It's almost like, I don't know, if you put a bunch of water in a balloon and finally it just pops. And it's like, but then it's done. It's over.
But it's not. But then it's not.
And then it'll be back.
Yeah.
It's looking like it might do that right now. I haven't looked at the radar, but downtown it kind of looks like that right now. Do you know the Titans have not had a winning season since 2021?
I only know that because when we were going through Chris Johnson clips with Rhett B, that I got chills listening to the crowd and how loud and awesome it was. And I was like, God, I feel like I just haven't felt that in a while. And so then I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, well, we haven't.
Well, I think we focus on the last 2 years.
Right.
And you get locked into, okay, 6 wins in the last 2 years total, blah, blah, blah. But that Bengals playoff loss was 5 seasons ago now.
It doesn't feel like that. Well, it does feel like
but it
that.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when you say the last winning season for the Tennessee Titans was 2021.
Yeah. 2022, they were 7-10.
That hit you.
They were 7-10. 2023, 6-11. Then 2024 and 2025, 3-14, both those years. So 19-49 in the last 4 seasons. I mean, that might lead me down a path to say they're due. They're due.
Well, there's a couple teams that'll be like, hey, listen, you might think you're due, but that doesn't necessarily come around.
So, squirrel moment,
Yeah.
sort of. I was talking with Zach in between shows, and Zach said he had a roof leak. He said he literally was just talking about the scary things that happen, and one of his is like that a big hole blows out in his roof and blah, blah, blah. And now he has a roof leak. I'm like, man, if Babs was here, she'd be like, Matrix.
Matrix, I told him actually on his way out. I was like, dude, it's the Matrix. Spoke it into existence.
He did. The Seahawks sold for $9.61 billion.
Okay.
To put that into perspective, the last team that was sold was the Commanders just 3 years ago for $6.05 billion.
Wow.
That is a 37% jump in 3 years. Now, Seattle just won the Super Bowl. There's that.
There's a little bit of a difference there.
But if you're a new owner,
Well, but I mean, the Commanders, though, are a storied franchise.
Travis Parker says, you know who wasn't due? Todd Gilliland.
I know. That's what I was laughing at. I wish Slay was here for that one.
Yes, please be sure to like the show. We'd appreciate that. Click that like button. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
615-737-1045. So 37% jump. So Zeph immediately asked the question like a lot of Nashville people would, like, what if Amy Adams Strunk said, you know what? I'm done. I want the billions.
I'm selling the team.
Selling the team. What could she get for it? Clearly over $10 billion, right? And you've got a Super Bowl coming, a new building, all these things. Now, let me preface this by saying there is zero part of me that thinks that she's headed down that path. Okay, zero. But it is interesting to think about the numbers that are involved here. 4 years ago, the Broncos were sold. That number was $4.65 million. So this number is more than double what was transferred in just 4 seasons ago. More than double. So if you think about going beyond the Super Bowl and going 4 seasons and you start talking about $19 billion.
Oof.
You know how much? Sorry. You know how much the Seahawks were sold for the last time they sold? I'll give you the year. 1997 was the last time they sold. Do you know how much they sold for?
Okay, because they built a stadium about 5 years after that, 4 or 5 years after that.
Was it in the millions?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like $700 million?
194 million.
194 million.
They just sold for
That's
over
it?
$9 billion.
That's a hell of a profit.
That's an ROI, right? Return on investment is pretty good there.
Yeah. So I
Holy
did look
cow.
up, after Zeph asked that, I did look up what the Titans were evaluated at or valued at.
Mm-hmm.
And Forbes said in 2025 that the Titans were valued at $6.3 billion. And that was last year.
Did it rank like all the
So
teams?
that goes along with
I
what
just looked up the Titans,
Okay.
so I didn't look at any of the others.
I think Forbes does that list, like all of them.
They do.
So, Zeph, Tom Brady
I mean, that's
on A.J. Brown.
well below the average.
and the Forbes list.
Yeah.
Well, all of those.
The average NFL team is worth 7.2 billion.
That
That's
number
the
will
average
go up
number.
the next time they do it because of this sale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So 9.61. Here's the thing, too. Like, if you're a new owner and you saw what Nashville did, and Nashville didn't even change ownership, but they got the new stadium. They're getting the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle Stadium opened in 2002. So only 3 years after Nissan Stadium did. I'll bet they're about to push for a new one, even though we think, like, they call it Seattle Stadium. It's Lumen Field. But anyway, we think of that place as, like, this iconic place. But
We really do.
nobody's safe building-wise.
Like the loudest in the NFL.
They say that because they cover 70% of the seats, the covering reflects the noise back down to the field.
It's legit.
Yeah.
It's
And so Nashville's
probably the loudest
theoretically,
place I've been in.
Nashville's theoretically will do that.
Yeah.
Covering
that'll
the
be
entire covering the entire stadium. 615-737-1045. More than doubled in 4 years. $4.65 billion to $9.61 billion. Congratulations to
Okay.
whoever brokered that deal.
So the last Forbes list that came out was 2025. So they haven't done a 2026 ranking yet. So for 2025, the Titans were valued at the 20th position in the NFL. So they had the 20th highest value of their team. The teams that were behind the Titans, the Vikings, just like barely, like $50,000 behind.
So they're 21.
The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Chargers, the Bills, the Colts, the Panthers, the Jags, the Cardinals, the Lions.
Who's behind them?
Lions. He just ran through the list.
I know, but who's right behind them?
The Vikings, just like a hair. Minnesota and Kansas City and Baltimore are within like $100 to $200,000.
Well, and Jacksonville's interesting being so far down the list, which number one doesn't surprise anybody. But number two, they're dumping hundreds of millions into that stadium. But, you know, the talk with them was that they were going to be the first NFL team in Europe because they go every year.
Mm-hmm.
They're like Europe's team. It'd be interesting to see how all this plays out over the next 10 years or so. 615-737-1045 is the number. Major League Baseball Home Run Derby is tonight in Philadelphia, 7 o'clock on Netflix. So no more Chris Berman going, bye, 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 bye. I looked it up. The broadcasters are Elle Duncan and Matt Vassergian. Lauren Shahadi is on the field. The studio analyst, Zeph Dog, will feature Barry Bonds, Albert Pujols, Hunter Pence, Anthony Rizzo, CC Sabathia.
Solid list right
That's
there.
a pretty good list.
Especially when you're talking about hitting homers.
Are you watching?
I'll have it on. I'll be at dinner, but I'll have it on. Did you know they changed the format this year again?
I did not.
Yeah, so
I was just going to turn it on, kind of like you were saying.
Instead of where they get like X amount of time to hit as many home runs as they can in the first round, you get 20 swings, and every swing counts whether you do or not.
Ooh,
So
I like that.
You get 20 swings.
I like that.
So is it a swing? It's not pitches.
Correct. It's
Okay.
swings.
Okay.
In round one, they get 20 swings.
That's
in round
pretty good.
two, they get 15 swings.
Okay, good. That'll keep it moving.
And then in the finals, they also get 15 swings. So it's going to be this is going to be really quick.
So
or actually, it could take a little bit longer if these guys decide to
take a bunch of pitches.
take a bunch of pitches.
I mean, I would at first, wouldn't you? Like to just read it. Two Phillies will compete in their home stadium. Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper. Schwarber has 32 home runs already this season.
You're going to watch this, aren't you?
I will. I'll
This
have
is
it
right up
on,
your
but I'll
alley,
probably
yeah.
be doing other things. I'll probably, I don't know, looking for stuff for tomorrow. Last year's champ, Cal Raleigh, is not in the field, so no back-to-back winner.
Yeah, he's had a down year this year.
The favorite tonight from Bet Online, Kyle Schwarber. Then Junior Caminero.
Junior Camanero's had an insane last couple of weeks.
Tampa Rays.
There was 1 week he hit, I think it was 10 home runs within a week, like a week of games. He had 10 homers and like 7 straight. It was crazy.
Jeff Passan picked Junior Caminero to win it from the Tampa Bay Rays. Buster Olney went with Bryce Harper. Who do you think wins?
My gut says Schwarber or Caminero. I think Bryce Harper's aged out of it. Not calling him old, but just for the home run derby, like, and I haven't seen with the new rules, so like the new rules may benefit an older hitter in this, but like the last couple of years when it was time and you were just swinging and it was all about stamina.
Yeah.
And so when you're getting there into that,
people are getting winded.
Yeah, when
You're
you're
right.
getting that second and third round, I mean, you're like, your arms are like killing you. So this new format may help a guy like Bryce Harper, who's a little bit on the older side. But I would say Schwarber. I just think he's got a pure home run swing. And Junior Caminero did really well last year when he competed. So
What about a guy like Ben Rice, Jordan Walker?
my sleeper, the rookie for the White Sox. Japanese player, Munetaka Murakami. Now, the problem with him is he just came off the IL. He's played maybe the last week and a half after coming off an IL for about 2 months. So I'm curious to see, and that was a hamstring injury. It was nothing upper body, but I'm curious to see how that affects him in this, considering he's been out of action for a good while.
Netflix tonight, 7:00. Babs, you're right. I'll have it on.
Florida star Jack Caglione's in it too. So if you're an SEC baseball fan, the two-way guy.
Hey, quarterback season 3 comes out tomorrow too, by the way.
Ooh.
Cam Ward
involved.
Somebody hit us on Twitter that they got the early viewing, I guess, and I forget who it is. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Maybe I can find it. It was a while ago. Anyway, but said they got to see like the first episode early, and that Titans fans are going to like absolutely love Cam Ward in it.
It is. I can't wait, dude. So premiering tomorrow. Does that mean tonight at midnight?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll look it up.
thank you, sir.
It reminded me because you said Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
So
This is, season 3 show will premiere on the 14th.
Yep.
Um,
and who is it? It's Cam Baker.
It is Washington quarterback Jaden Daniels, Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco, Tampa quarterback Baker Mayfield, Titans quarterback Cam Ward.
There you go. I'm excited to watch
Yeah,
it.
that'll be good.
Yeah.
That's something to watch tomorrow.
So we can talk about it tomorrow after we watch it.
Yep. As I said, I may watch it tonight if I can. We'll see.
Are you
It'll drop at 3 a.m. Eastern time.
So 2 a.m. Central. Ooh.
the hell? Oh, 2 a.m. Central. I am
Listen,
not
Babs.
getting it up at 2 a.m. to watch it. Although sometimes my dog wakes me up to go to the bathroom, so maybe.
I'm
There's
up at
a
weird
chance.
times. I'm up at weird times. Your dog wakes you up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, because he's old. He's old and he's been on medication and all that, so he has to go to the bathroom a lot.
We were talking about
Bless his
those.
heart.
It still terrifies me, that dog. Both of them do. It was the other two that I got along with.
I know. Hey, well, those were
They
the
exited.
well-behaved ones. Those were also my husband's that he brought into the marriage. Shocking, I know.
Oh, they were both of them.
Both of the ones that have left us were
Yeah.
his. The two that are left are mine.
615-737-1045. Here's a quick baseball story since we're on it from Baseball Fan Zone. Some pitchers hold grudges. Zeph's going to want to hear this. Some pitchers hold grudges, especially Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Gibson, who notoriously and blatantly would tell you, I own the inside part of the plate. Do not get too close. Like, what was the line in Field of Dreams? He was like, man, he almost put that in my ear. And he goes, well, he's not going to want to walk you. It's 2-0, so look low and away. But watch out for in your ear. Which reminded me of John Crook. I'm going all over the place. John Crook in an All-Star game facing Randy Johnson, and he would not stand in the box. Like, Randy Johnson would throw the pitch. He would step back and swing at the same time. He ended up putting his batting helmet on backwards and just flailing at a pitch. That was a fun All-Star moment. But here's the Bob Gibson story. So the last pitch that Bob Gibson ever threw, I didn't know this story. Hall of Famer. Last pitch he ever threw was hit for a grand slam by a guy named Pete LaCock. A decade later, there was an old-timers game in Wrigley. Pete LaCock stepped into the box to face Bob Gibson.
Did he hit him?
Gibson hit him.
Yep. Yep.
He plugged him.
Smoked him.
Oh, man, I love baseball.
Bob Gibson had that, funky wind-up.
He was coming at you,
Where
man.
he brought his leg, real high up.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got a little extra juice behind it.
Let's look and see how many batters Bob Gibson hit. When we come back, we'll talk about the Titans a little bit more. Ty J. Spears had some things to say a little while ago, but I was going to bring it back up because he got brought back up on the internet. Some things he said to Jim Wyatt, and it'll go into their due, theoretically. That's coming up next. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Jay Bradley, stay with us. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045, The Zone. There is a place where you can go entertain yourself with a little sports betting and watching and all of those things, and it's a really cool environment. It's about 40 minutes up the road, 45. The Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs, Circus Sports. CircusSports.com has you set up at Kentucky Downs. 2-story sports betting experiences. Every detail is crafted for the ultimate sports fan. They have stadium seating with huge screens showing many events at once. We've done shows from up there. It is a fantastic place for you to consume sports and just walk on down below the seating and place your bets there. Until July 19th. Are we still good? What's the date? Yeah, until July 19th. Make a wager of $50 or more on soccer over the retail counter to be entered into a raffle to win 2 tickets to a Nashville-Miami soccer experience on August 15th. So you can maybe go check out the soccer the next couple of nights or afternoons, I guess, actually, up at Circus Sports. Their new permanent retail sports book at the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs, Franklin, Kentucky, just across the border, will feature an immersive 2-story sports betting experience designed for comfort, convenience, and live excitement. There is a hotel attached. Spring Hill Suites by Marriott is attached, and it's really nice. Again, less than an hour away, depending on traffic. CircusSports.com is the website, CircusSports.com.
What's happening, good people? Low T Centers teamed up with Synergix, and they're bringing it to you. The original TRT clinic. They've helped countless men across the U.S. and also women. They get their lives back through the high-quality testosterone therapy. Now, this sets the standard for other clinics that they're still trying to meet. They haven't measured up to even do to today. All providers are board certified and experts in the field. They know the right questions to ask, the right things to look for in your charts, and the right tests to run to keep your TRT smooth and manage side effects as well. They get to know each patient personally, not just each patient's data, so they can help you meet your real goals, not just your medical ones. So when it comes to trying to figure out where you are, diabetes is a thing, man. I'm telling you, you got to be careful with it, especially wrong eating and things like that. I had to go and get my tested. They got my numbers lower. Also, the testosterone. I'm in there every Friday, man. I'm telling you, it's a change. You will feel it. Do what you need to do and go to it. FixMyLowT.com.
1045 The Zone is going to Tampa for SEC Media Days. We'll be doing shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. From there, and all 16 SEC schools will bring 3 players and coaches. And it kicks off the college football season for us, and I know for a lot of y'all as well, talking season. But we will be glad to be down there again. It's in Tampa this year, which is kind of strange. But
Yeah, I don't love that it's in Tampa, but meh.
tune in as we broadcast live from SEC Media Days, July 20th through the 23rd. Here, all the latest SEC news during 4 days of special interviews and conversations that you won't get anywhere else. Our SEC Media Day coverage presented by Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver. For more information and a schedule of interviews, visit 1045thezone.com. Last year, remember Diego Pavia sat down, dropped 2 S-bombs and an F-bomb during the conversation. And there's like not a lot we can do about that.
That is
on the remote.
accurate.
So we get interesting conversations from these dudes.
We do. And should have a solid list of head coaches this year, from what it sounds like, because obviously a new head coach at Arkansas, Ryan Silverfield, he'll join us. New head coach at Kentucky is scheduled to join us. New head coach at Auburn, Golish, scheduled to join us. So
About Florida, we gonna get to Florida this year?
Jeff, that one's on you. I don't know.
Well, haven't heard back yet.
I'm thinking that we are not going to get William.
I'm trying to think. Dan Mullen's the last Florida coach that we've had on 3HO.
Oh, when he was at Florida, yeah.
Yeah. And he was at the Music City Bowl? Maybe he was at Mississippi State, now that I think about it.
I can tell you.
When was it? 2014 when they were number 1. They were Mississippi State
At
was
Mississippi State, yeah.
the number 1 ranked team when the first playoff poll came out, and Ole Miss was 2, I think.
Dak was quarterback, right?
Dak,
And was Hugh was the coach at Ole Miss.
That's right.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Funny how things change.
We will not have Sark. I will tell you that. We have been denied Sark.
We also won't get Brent Venables from Oklahoma.
That tracks.
That was a no. Got that one pretty quick.
Yeah, that
He seems
tracks.
like I don't know him, but he seems like an angry dude to me.
Obviously, we'll have Heupel and Coach Lee. So
Probably won't get
For sure.
DeBoer. Alabama.
yep.
With Alabama. They're good at getting us some players, but
Yeah.
I'd rather talk to
Coach-wise,
players,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
coach wise,
Like, what's DeBoer going to say? He's not going to say anything.
He's going to be
he's
DeBoring. Jinx, yummy soda.
Yeah.
I forgot. I came up with that several
Shane
months ago.
Beamer is like a hit or miss with their schedule, but he's been on
He
with us
usually
every
pops
single
on.
year.
They say that
Yeah.
every year, and then he always pops
and he
on.
always pops on. Yeah.
And I can't read him.
I think we're gonna get Levy this year,
Okay.
which is interesting
He,
because we have not. He doesn't like doing this stuff. It's not. He's ball coach, right?
yeah. How does this help me win?
Yeah. No, he's not that.
I know. I'm just saying.
He
Like
ain't
a lot-
Jeremy Pruitt.
some of those guys are like that. Like Lane Kiffin told me that one time. He had taken over the Tennessee job. He was at SEC spring meetings. Bud Ford helped me get him in a hallway, just
Bud.
me and him. And maybe it was Tiffany. Tiffany Carpenter.
Okay.
And so I talked with Lane, and he was so distracted during the conversation. I'm like, man, you got
Okay,
some.
but that's kind of lame.
I go, you got somewhere else you'd rather be? And he goes, how do you think this makes me, like, helps me win football games? I go, okay. Lane Kiffin, Tennessee football coach. There you go.
Come on, Lane. Yeah.
Um,
We should get. Hopefully, we'll get Drink this year. We haven't had him in a couple years.
Need to get him going.
That's a probable, but here's the problem, and this always happened with Coach Stoops, who I just loved, loved Stoops, but by the time that he was supposed to come to us, he'd always be like, "Screw this, I am mentally done," and didn't, so he'd be like, "Hey, Don, I'll just call in the next couple of weeks instead."
and-
I was like, "That's fine."
I remember he did that one time, and then he did call in.
Oh yeah.
I remember we had
he
him.
called in every year.
Remember when we were on Zoom? We were doing shows during COVID, and we were on
Yes.
Zoom, and we had Mark Stoops.
Because we did,
And-
we set up, because there was no football, so we set up a different
Like a
head
SEC
coach
tour.
every single week. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool, and most of them were willing to do it.
But I had to ask him about, he was linked
Yeah.
to the Florida State job. And I was
Yeah.
like, and boy, you could see his body language just change when I asked that question. And I was like, I mean, I believe that any question can be asked. You just do it from a fair way. Like, this is a fair
Yeah.
space.
Well, and if coaches don't want to address it, then they just tell you.
That's right, which he did not want to address it.
He did not.
More coaching news. You saw this during the break. Tom Herman, who has been a 3-time college football head coach, is headed to Florida State to be on that staff on some level. He coached at Texas, Houston, and Florida Atlantic. I was just looking him up. Babs, have you had any experiences with him? Okay, you're smiling.
Yeah.
Babs, Herman is a member of Mensa.
He is the most intelligent coach I have ever sat in a coaches meetings with. I covered him when he was at Houston a couple of times. But here's the deal with him, though. Like, sometimes really intelligent people are not great communicators, or, like, I don't know. It's hard to talk to them. That was not Tom Herman. Like, he was fascinating and amazing and open and, like, was teaching us. And, I mean, it was awesome. He's great.
I love that. He's been in the NFL, too, on staffs as analysts and assistants.
Is that what he's been doing since he's been out of college?
Yeah, I looked because I hadn't heard that name in a minute.
No.
So,
So I used to get him and Tony Levine a little bit confused once in a while, because Tony Levine was the head coach at Houston, but he's the one that retired to go run Chick-fil-A's in Texas.
that's hilarious.
So Levine now
hard to do,
owns
actually.
Chick-fil-A's. Yeah.
It's hard to get approved for that. Tom Herman's only 51. Played at Cal Lutheran. Then got into the coaching world. So offensive coordinator at Texas State, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach at Rice, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach at Iowa State, 2009 to 11, Ohio State offensive coordinator, and quarterbacks coach 2012 to 14. Then he got the Houston job.
Yeah.
So head coach.
And they were really good in 2015, right?
Yeah, 2015 and 16 he was there. Then he got the Texas job off the success of the Houston stuff.
Yep.
Then left Texas, went to Chicago Bears as an offensive analyst in 2021, out of the game in 2022. Then he took over for Willie Taggart, who played quarterback at Western Kentucky and won a national championship for Jack Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh's dad, and John Harbaugh, and Tom Crean's father-in-law. Anyway, we're going a lot of different places with this. But Taggart did not do well at Florida Atlantic, so he took over for him there 2023, 2024. And was not in the game last year.
I was going to say, Herman got fired.
Yeah.
At FAU.
Yeah. So he's not, he went, let's see. He went 2-8 after starting 0-6, and then his overall record was 6-16.
Yeah. So what's he doing for FSU?
I
Do
don't
we
know.
I mean, is he one of those offensive analysts?
My guess would be that.
Yeah.
My guess is that's how you would have to get back in it. I don't know.
Well, Stock is there. I don't know if he's still there, but Coach
Last
Stock
time we talked to him,
still
he
was there
yeah.
as an analyst.
He was asking about Middle Tennessee.
He's a member of their support staff, according to Knowles 247.
That
Who?
could be anything.
Herman.
Herman?
That's all they put out. Just
Okay.
member of the support staff.
Can you see if Stockstill is still there, Rick Stockstill?
I'm pretty sure he is.
Who is one of the best people in that business I've ever met.
Yeah, I got to see him last year. Was it last year? Yeah.
It was last year.
Yep.
He is still at Florida State.
Yeah.
As an offensive assistant.
All right, Stock, I see you, man. Jay in Spring Hill next up on 3HL. Hey, Jay, what's up, man?
Hey, good afternoon, team. I was listening to your the Seattle Seahawks trade.
Yeah.
Not the trade, but the buyout and the net worth of the Titans. That's ironic. Today I get my first invoice for my seats and for the 2027 season in the new stadium. Kind of sticker price, but $9,000, 4 seats, and you got to basically tell them August 15th how you want to pay them.
Is that for the seat, or I mean,
Yeah.
is that for the tickets, or what kind of PSL
Yeah, that's
do
the
you?
ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah, you purchased the PSL. We got them, I guess, 2 years ago, but
I got you.
but it just seems to be so early. We haven't played a game for 2026 yet.
Well, isn't it crazy? Like when they started talking about that stadium, we thought, okay, 2027, that's a long way away, and now we're not. Like they get the keys. Thank you for the call, Jay. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
They get the keys in February.
That's crazy.
7 months away. They get the keys to the building. And Bert Nyhill told us the first thing would be an event, right? Like a concert type thing.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't go into detail. We tried. Top 5 SEC games from On 3.
Talk to me.
I think there's debate here on 1 and 2. They have Texas and Texas A&M as the number 1 game. And I get that rivalry, and Texas A&M left the conference to get away from Texas and all that stuff, and now here they are again in the same conference and playing again. But how is LSU at Ole Miss in week 3? At night, Lane Kiffin going back to Ole Miss. I would have put that
with you,
one.
But honestly, I would make those 1A and 1B.
Okay. Well, I could see that.
Texas A&M. Are you kidding me? That is massive.
Oh, I understand. And yeah, it's a healthy debate. And I that's why I prefaced it by not taking anything away from Texas A&M
Right.
and understanding the history there. But LSU, Lane Kiffin walking back into Vaught Hemingway at night on ABC.
Yeah.
Like, we need to do some research. Like, how many state troopers do they normally have for coaches in a game? And then let's watch and see how many are out there when he walks out there.
You're not wrong.
Georgia at Alabama. October 10th is number 3 on their list. Texas at Oklahoma. Y'all, I think Oklahoma's going to be good. I think Mississippi State might be the sleeper team that people aren't thinking about that may double their win total. Not from last year, but projected. And they won 5 games last year and then went to a bowl game because there were 6 win teams that didn't go. But I think they're more in the 7, maybe 8. Y'all, Kamario Taylor.
People are talking about him.
Yeah, that dude's like 6'4", 230.
Mm-hmm.
And can move. Like his clips. Texas at LSU, November 14th. That's the other one. So Texas is involved in 3 of these 5 games. 615-737-1045. Did you have some breaking news? Well, not breaking, but
this came down earlier today. Kentucky's men's basketball put it out that Tubby Smith is heading to the NABC Hall of Fame.
Love it. Slay knows Tubby, so we'll talk with Slay tomorrow about Tubby, but Slay will be back tomorrow. Good news there. When we come back, you found the Tom Brady thing?
I did.
What was he on?
He was on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers.
Okay. This was really interesting what he had to say about A.J. Brown. That's next, 3HL.
All right, I want to tell you, you guys have heard me mention this place a couple times in the last week or two, but Contours LLC. Do you love going to the beach like I do? Yes, just got back from a girls' trip by the pool and then a beach 2 weeks ago, and it's one of my favorite parts of summer, but maybe you're like me and you dread putting on the bikini or avoiding pictures because you're just not what you used to be. Well, I went to Contours LLC in Franklin a couple of weeks ago, and the results were awesome. The place is beautiful. The staff's amazing. The treatment was relaxing and completely pain-free, non-invasive. And get this, lost almost 4 inches across belly and thighs on the first visit. Yes, it's amazing. And you need to look it up. If you want to feel more confident about yourself without surgery, this is a great time to give Contours LLC a try. And Here's the best part. You don't lose at least 2 inches in your first visit, then it's free. First visit, if you tell them Dawn sent you, I like a Dawn deal. First visit, only $99. Bring your significant other, only $149. You will have good results. Call them at 615-236-9960. If you call them right now and tell them you want the Dawn deal, that first visit, only $99. Or you can visit contoursllc.com. After all, what do you have to lose but inches? Tell them Dawn sent you.
What's happening, good people? You hear us talking about matches, games, everything above, under, all the above. How about that? Let's go with that. This is what I'm telling you. You got an opportunity right here in your backyard to go up to get some wagering done. Why wouldn't you go up to Franklin, Kentucky? The Circus Sports at the Mint at Kentucky Downs is ready for you. 2 stories, sports betting experiences, and I mean they got real live stadium seating that makes you feel like you are in the action. TVs everywhere. You hear me? Everywhere. Everywhere you can make bets is too. They got so many cages that you can walk up to and personally make the bets. They'll walk you through it. Now, understand this. If you go in and make a wager of $50 or more all the way to July 19th on soccer, over the retail counter, you'll be entered into a raffle to win 2 tickets to Nashville versus Miami soccer experience on August 15th. The Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs in Franklin, Kentucky. Get there, Circus Sports.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
HL 104.5 The Zone, 104.5 The Zone, and the Buck Rising Show. Split happens. Bowling Bash Thursday at Eastside Bowl. Join us for a night that you don't want to miss as Buck Rising hosts a bowling bash with special guests and listeners, all to benefit Home Street Homes. That's coming up this Thursday. To purchase tickets, visit 1045thezone.com. Special thanks to Two Rivers Ford the South's most trusted Ford dealer. Window Nation, award-winning window replacement experts. Sports Illustrated Resorts, where champions come to stay. That's over in Midtown. Hendrick's Gin, Milagro Tequila, Reyka Vodka, Sailor Jerry Spiced Rum, all great products. That's coming up Thursday, so we'll be broadcasting live there. And, man, that was something 2 years ago, that event. I just remember Slay and Aaron from Aaron and Sarah betting dollar bills on bowlers they don't even know to get a strike or not.
I remember at the end when Slay somehow lost his shirt. He was walking around in his tank top.
Yes, his
white
white tank top.
And we were doing...
He was fried.
Yeah, we were...
He had a microphone, and it was cordless, so he was walking around. You could hear him. He was like the MC for the night at that point, and you could hear him. I just didn't know where he was sometimes, and Coach Mack finally went and got the mic.
Coach Mack took over.
Yeah.
He said, Slay, you're done.
We ended up doing room temperature vodka shots.
Oh, yeah.
At the and Slay was passing them out. He made sure everybody that could have one did have one there at the end.
That was something, man. Huh.
Are we selling people on this experience or not?
Listen, if you want to see...
I think we could probably do a better job.
Listen, if you want to see that version of Slay, which is a very fun version of Slay, all you have to do is come to the event.
By the way, Slay is in the chat. What up, good people? He says.
Oh, look at that.
And people are asking where he is. He said, everybody, I'm in Savannah, Tennessee, speaking at the Hardin County Hall of Fame. That is what he's doing.
Now, that is on assignment.
He is certainly on assignment.
That's very good.
So that's what he's doing.
I'm not, he's so comfortable in those situations. I'm not good at public speaking. I don't like it.
I'm not uncomfortable. I just don't want to do it. I feel like it's too much pressure.
Yeah.
Because what if I stink?
Who wants to hear what I have to say?
Well, that too, yeah.
Got a radio show every day. You can do that there.
Right. Yeah, but he's good at that's
But
his thing.
people are surprised when they hear me say that. And I talked to one of the most famous broadcasters in this country about it, and he said that he was uncomfortable with it too. And he goes, if you do a Q&A, it's a lot better. So have them provide a question guy.
Peyton Manning would rather do a Q&A.
Yeah. So
than
anyway,
actually speak.
A little behind the curtain there, if you care. Frank Caliendo coming up tomorrow to report in on the NBA Summer League.
It's so funny.
I didn't think I'd ever prepare anything like that, but he will. Tom Brady.
Okay, I want to hear that. I have only read what he said.
You've only
haven't heard it audio.
I've only heard one little clip. So I'm anxious to hear this. What was this on, Zeph?
This is on the New Heights podcast featuring the Kelsey brothers.
Okay, and he's talking at least at one point. I don't know what all he talks about in here.
Everything.
So, yeah.
He goes around.
They go. So the question brought up by Jason Kelsey was, from a quarterback's perspective, how do you take the A.J. Brown situation and how things ended in Philadelphia between him and Jalen Hurts? That was the setup to the question. This is what Tom Brady had to say.
It's very difficult, and I think that's the only position on offense that requires a lot of extra energy and attention because the running backs are going to touch the ball. The line, they're going to be engaged in every play. The tight ends, runner pass, you're going to be engaged in every play. It's the receivers who stand, 25 yards from the ball, just talking smack with the DB
the whole time,
trying to figure out, all right, I ran my ass off and didn't get the ball, and how do I stay locked in and committed to the team when I don't touch the ball? And it's a hard thing. They're working hard to get the ball and they don't get it. So they get frustrated so easy. And I almost think when I see these NFL off seasons, I swear to God, I think now this is just deja vu. I've been seeing the same since 2000 when I came into the league. This guy this guy gets in trouble. He's arrested. This guy gets cut. This guy gets traded. This guy's unhappy at receiver. You know what I mean? It's like Real Housewives of the NFL. And it's the same script. And it's over. And we just, that position, it's I almost want to the psychology of receiver. I almost want to say you're going to catch 110 balls this year. Okay. You're 17 games. You're a great receiver. You're going to catch 110 balls. One game, you're going to get 11, and one game, you're going to get 3. And the next game, you're probably going to get 11. Then you're going to get 3. I can't have you like the happiest guy in the world when you catch 11 or the most miserable guy on the team when you catch 3. We got to look at it over the course of the year. You got to sustain, because it is a lot of emotional energy that you put out to that position to go, come on, we got it. Come on, stay locked in. Let's go. Cause I need you. Come on. And it's like that position takes away, if you have that volatile emotional output, it takes a lot of energy from a lot of people to keep that player really stable. So you got to like try to reframe it for them and just say, listen, like you may get 3, but you're going to get 11 or you might get 11. And then, 3. It's just the way it goes. Yeah. If they're doubling Travis, you ain't touching the ball. That's the reality. If they're butching you at the line of scrimmage with the defensive end and they've got, some ridiculous athlete over the top of you, but it frees it up for other people. Exactly. And you got to be cool with that. So, I mean, we're going to see it again this year. Who's the next unhappy receiver? And I understand it. I mean, that's not, they want to be involved in the game, and AJ wanted to be involved in the game. I covered a lot of those Eagles games. And that passing offense that's not what that team's known for. So now he's actually going to a team where they are more known for their passing offense. So there will be maybe a little more satisfaction from him from that standpoint.
Wow. Okay, so it wasn't as necessarily as harsh on AJ Brown specifically.
No, but you can understand.
It was a wider conversation about diva wide receivers
and dealing with it as a quarterback and trying to where's the line where you're trying to keep somebody happy and you're trying to win and score, and ultimately you're trying to win. But the keeping somebody happy part, Real Housewives of the NFL, he called the wide receiver position.
It's hilarious.
This guy's arrested. This guy's wants out. He's holding out. This guy's
pissed because he only got 3 balls. What do you think, Zeph? I mean, I've always said, I just asked you and then I'm going to talk, but okay. but I have always said that I thought that AJ Brown is a locker room problem. I've always said that.
When he was here, it wasn't
towards the end.
Towards the end, it started, but in his first few seasons, it wasn't like that.
No, because
he wasn't a bad locker room guy on any level.
Early.
Yeah, no. On any level.
At the end, when the contract situation started, and it was clear he wanted to come back, but it was when he went to Philly. That first year he went to Philly, it was all dandelions and roses and rainbows and sunshine, whatever. That second year, when things started to go kind of up and down for him a little bit, and maybe there was some tension there. I mean, just like Brady said, when it was down and the production for him personally, regardless of how the success of the team was playing out, he seemed to make it about him. And I think it's really interesting Tom Brady brings up that point, hey, this is a team game. This is not about, I get you want your catches. And at the end of the day, you're going to get your catches throughout the season. It just might not be, consistently top level of production every game. And so it's interesting to see Tom Brady, break it down, this guy is clearly thinking about me, rather than the success of the team overall.
That tweeta. I read the word Twitter while I was going to say the word diva. That diva thing at wide receiver, that is a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Not that all of them are. You can't just blanket anything about anything.
But if there was a position
if there's a position, it's that.
It is.
No doubt.
And, from a broader scope, that's what he was saying. And
a little bit, you kind of have to be.
Maybe.
I mean, to have that mentality and be that guy at that position, I get it.
When we come back, I saw Drew Beatty is his name from Iron City Film, and he had something interesting to say about rookie linebacker Anthony Hill for the Titans, which made us go back and pull what Stoney had to say Friday about Anthony Hill and about Cody Barton. So we will play that for you. We'll talk about it. Can Anthony Hill, as a rookie, be the starting middle linebacker for the Tennessee Titans? We'll talk about it next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
When it is time to upgrade those things in your home, like your windows and your doors, Pella, who you need to call. Just had a coworker whose parents are using Pella and love them. It's because Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville are the absolute best. And you might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows can be from Pella. Affordable, even more so with the Dawn deal that I get to give you every month. And for the month of July, it's 60% off Pella certified installations and 0% APR for 36 months. So you have 3 full years to pay off your windows and your doors. And you know that Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville is going to take care of you. They are the best and the best quality out there. I love a good deal. You love a good deal. They love to give you a good deal. So ask for the Dawn deal from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville when you get your doors and windows replaced. 615-249-1910. Or you can stop by one of their showrooms. They're in Franklin and they are in Hendersonville. Easiest thing to do is just have them come to you, and they will. Schedule your free consultation and do it easily online. Your website, PellaNashville.com.
GuptonMotors.com is the website. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Springfield, Tennessee. 3224, the new location, Tom Austin Highway. Still the same road, just up the street. 3224 Tom Austin Highway. Great deals. Great inventory. Great selection. They will treat you, greatly. If you're looking for an excellent selection of popular new vehicles in the Middle Tennessee area, definitely put Gupton Motors at the top of your list. Just a short drive from Nashville, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. And you can visit the website for all of the information, all of the dealership information, where they are, how to get in touch with them, GuptonMotors.com, all of the inventory that they have, new and pre-owned. Tremendous selection of pre-owned vehicles. GuptonMotors.com. All the deals they have going on in the month of July right there. Yep, GuptonMotors.com. Gupton Motors, driving deals home. Go see Daniel Gupton and his crew. I believe it'll be the best vehicle buying experience you will have ever had. So if you're out looking around dealership to dealership, make sure you include them. If you have not begun the process, begin with them, and you'll end with them. I am confident to let you know that. GuptonMotors.com. Gupton Motors, driving deals home for the best deals, the best service, and the best experience. You got to go to Gupton. Offered subject to eligibility. See dealer for details.
Good evening. It's 5:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. The World Cup semifinals are set after the weekend action. Kylian Mbappe and France will take on Spain on Tuesday, while Lionel Messi and Argentina will face off against Jude Bellingham and England on Wednesday. It's also MLB All-Star Week, and the action from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia kicks off tonight with the MLB Home Run Derby at 7 p.m. You can catch that one on Netflix. The field includes Philly star Kyle Schwarber, Ben Rice of the Yankees, Junior Caminero of the Tampa Bay Rays, Jordan Walker from the Cardinals, Bryce Harper from the Phillies, Wilson Contreras from the Red Sox, Munetaka Murakami from the White Sox, and Jack Caglione from the Kansas City Royals. For your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful Monday in the Music City. I hope you're having a great Monday. Great start to the week. Got a lot to get done this week as we roll through the month of July. How about that, Babsy?
Crazy.
Halfway through.
Flying by.
Month 7.
Let's go. Training camp. Right around the corner.
Lord. You want me to do this for the good people?
Yes.
Remember when we were talking about they have 40 days?
Yeah. 40 days and 40 nights.
It's less than that. The rookies will report. Jeff, did I go over this with you? You know, I guess. The rookies report next Thursday. Next Thursday, y'all.
It's here.
The veterans report Sunday, July 26th, which is 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks from yesterday. 2 weeks from yesterday. And then they're all out there. The first preseason game is on August 13th, 1 month from today. Game. I'm talking about a game.
We're not talking about practice?
Well, I mean, it's a practice game, but yeah. But, I mean, listen, man, we are cruising through 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Football season is almost here, y'all. 615-737-1045. In celebration of the Major League All-Star Game and Home Run Derbies tonight, me and Zeph are going to have it on. I don't know about Babs. It's on Netflix, which is weird. But, I mean, this is where we are, right?
I will not seek it out.
It might end up on, maybe.
Yeah, if my husband
if
puts
Travis
it on.
puts it on.
Yep.
I kind of want to see the Phillies guys in Philly, Bryce Harper and Schwarber.
Okay. I will say that if it ends up being somehow Bryce Harper versus Kyle Schwarber in the final, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to feel like it's
like
rigged.
Staged.
I'm going to feel like it's rigged.
They shouldn't make it possible, honestly.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to go with who Jeff Passan went with, Junior Caminero from the Tampa Bay Rays. That's who I'm going to go with.
Good pick.
But in celebration of all that, I have another baseball story for y'all real quick. This is from Super 70 Sports, which is a great follow. And that's where I got my July 4th shirt that read USA National Champs 1776.
Yeah.
In 1991, Andre Dawson, loved him, the Hawk, was called out on strikes by umpire Joe West, who was known as Cowboy Joe West, who I think lives here. Joe West. He was one of those guys that was like bigger than the umpire position should be, like not size-wise, but he made himself into.
It's a nice way to saying that he sucked.
Some stories. You thought he sucked?
I think the entire baseball world thought that man sucked at being an umpire.
Well, Cowboy Joe West called Andre Dawson out on strikes in 1991. Dawson was ejected for arguing the call. He was then fined. Check this out. 1991, Andre Dawson was fined $500 for getting ejected out of a Major League Baseball game.
Oh, my gosh. That's like nothing.
So they're supposed to take it out of your check or whatever. He's like, no. I'm writing you a check. So Andre Dawson wrote a check to Major League Baseball, sent it in, and in the memo line, on the memo line He wrote, donation for the blind.
Yeah.
That's
That's classic.
That is
that
is petty right there.
Joe West is in a tier of umpires that they're more they're famous, but not for the good reason. So Angel Hernandez is one of them.
He gave 0.
Joe West is in there. Angel Hernandez is in the he retired a couple years ago. He's in the more recent group of that, but just umpires that just terrible, make the game about me. People argue with me. Oh, you can't argue with me. I'm the umpire. This is going to be my game.
TV Teddy in college basketball.
Yeah. Man.
By the way, just got a message from Travis Harder who says the home run, he doesn't say he wrote, home run derby will be on at the Harder House.
Who's he going for?
There you go.
Who's he got?
I don't
Travis, who are you for?
Who knows?
615-737-1045, always the number. From Drew Beatty with Iron City Film, A to Z Sports Share does today. Rookie Titans linebacker Anthony Hill should absolutely take over the starting middle linebacker spot from Cody Barton in year 1. He has to get consistently stronger at the point of attack when dealing with blockers at the next level, but Hill's traits are plus. The instincts and linear explosiveness when working downhill are extremely impressive. And, man, you can see it on the Texas tape. That dude flies around.
Mm-hmm.
We asked Stoney Healy on Friday for his thoughts on Anthony Hill.
It kind of comes down to what your preconceived notion of Robert Saleh's defense is. If you're only watching the last year's tape, you're probably thinking, oh, all these guys do, they just drop in their zone. Yeah. And that's as far as it goes. But to go back to that Jets defense and some of the other stuff that he sprinkles in occasionally, the linebackers do a little bit more. There's a little more of like what we saw Denard Wilson do with the linebackers, walk them up to the line of scrimmage and then drop them into their zone, forcing quarterbacks to kind of read who's coming, who's going, who's dropping, who's rushing, all that sort of stuff. There's not a whole lot of that on the 2025 49ers tape. So if you project that to 2026 with the Titans, which I do actually think is pretty safe to do, we've heard Robert Saleh say Cody Barton has experience in this defense, but I'm not so sure about Anthony Hill Jr. in that role, and I'm not so sure about Cedric Gray in that role. So against the run, it does feel pretty simple, and that's where Cedric Gray excels. It's like flow to the run, fill the open gap, make the tackle. Kind of simple things right there. When it does come time to zone drop and they have those three guys taking up essentially a third of the field each underneath, that's where I think I start to look at a guy like Cody Barton and a hell of a run defender. I think he's a good player. I'm not trying to knock him or anything, but it's like, what is the range like when you've got to defend?
Yeah, what are they going to ask him to do?
Yeah, what are they going to ask him to do?
Yeah.
A third of the field is a lot for a linebacker to defend when you're talking like sideline to sideline range where, backs and tight ends these days, guys can get out in the open field. They can make a man miss. So how is Cody Barton going to do there? And I think you can ask the same about Cedric Gray. Now, I do think Gray is – the coverage is the area that he's got to work on, right?
Well documented.
But I think if you go back and look at some of his testing leading up to the draft, Cedric Gray's a better athlete than people give him credit for. And so it's kind of the same conversation as Anthony Hill Jr. It's like you watch the Texas tape and there wasn't a whole lot of that like sideline to sideline coverage responsibility. So he goes to the combine, then he tests through the roof. And so the athlete is there. You just haven't necessarily seen it on tape yet. And to me, that is the basis of hope for those two is we know they're good athletes. So if they can take coaching and get a little better in that department, they could both be, they have the makings talent-wise to be perfect linebackers for this defense.
That's going to be a storyline throughout training camp, trying to figure out the inside linebacker position, who is outside to the short side of the short side of the field. It's going to be fascinating to see. And can Anthony Hill, as a rookie, really jump in there to where they trust him week 1 to be a starting linebacker?
That I don't know. That I really don't know.
And you go from 3-4 to 4-3, which does change things. And whether they do
Right.
4-2-5, like what does all this look like? This is going to be fascinating offseason from that perspective, training camp wise.
Well, Cropper in the chat said this is the same exact stupid conversation we were having about Cedric Gray. So does that mean you're saying
I don't know how
he's going to turn into Cedric Gray? I mean,
yeah, I mean, we're watching Anthony Hill. You got to watch Cedric Gray too, because he's going to be asked to he's going to be asked to do different things.
yeah,
And then what happens at the other outside linebacker spot?
right.
Because we don't know. I mean, the system, as he tried to explain there, Stoney does an incredible job of like really diving in on a nerd level, like a super nerd level, but to be able to communicate it, take it from that really in-depth, detailed thing and dumb it down for people like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He does a really good job.
Like you said, like that you said people like me.
Yeah. 615
Somebody said, have the
737
Titans ever started a rookie linebacker? That was from James. God.
I mean, Keith Bullock didn't start as a rookie.
No. Well, he didn't come in as a linebacker either.
He did, but
Or he didn't play linebacker as
he played safety at Syracuse,
college.
then moved to linebacker late, I think. Then came into the league as a linebacker. But that first year he played as special teamer.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Keith Bullock on a special team? Like, I'm about to light somebody up.
Did Rashawn Evans, the first round pick,
he might have.
did he start that year?
He might have. That's interesting.
Let me look up. What year was that? That was 2018, right?
Seth, hell if I know. I know he played at Alabama. I enjoyed talking with him. But anyway.
Was that 2018? Oh, man. I
Time
feel like
flies,
ever
man.
since I had a baby, I can't remember years. Although it could be baby or COVID. Like I feel like
Pre-Hadley,
it's like
pre-COVID.
post COVID. Yeah.
So
like I don't
Rashawn-
remember pre-COVID.
Rashawn Evans started 7 games as a rookie on defense. Played in 15,
There
started
you go.
7.
So there you go.
Somebody told me today, I don't know what I'm doing. I've got pregnancy brain. And I said, that's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
I remember from you.
Dude, I couldn't.
Sometimes you were like, da, 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 da.
I'm like, my brain is fried.
What
It
am I
was
doing?
also during COVID, though, when we were doing shows from home. So that was kind of hard, too.
That was hard. Definitely true. All right, Chris Lowe coming up, and we've got some things to get into with Chris Lowe, no doubt about that. He did a piece on the high school running back that Ohio State and Tennessee and Ole Miss, I guess, covet, David Gabriel Georges from Chattanooga, Tennessee. He did a piece with him, so we'll talk with him about that guy who will be making his decision evidently next Wednesday while we're at SEC Media Days. Also, Michigan AD Ward Manuel tried to bury Connor Stallion's evidence, according to a lawsuit.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll talk about that with Chris next. Low Dog 3HL 1045 The Zone. United Structural Systems. Check them out online, USSTN.com. Get a 10% discount when you pay in full or fix it now, pay later with 18 months, no payment, no interest, or choose 36 months, no interest with low payment option for qualified homeowners. Man, we've had tons of rain. We were just talking about that during the show. Here's the thing. These guys can help you. They can reroute water away from your basement, your crawl space, your home with their interior drain systems and sump pumps with battery backups. When the ground swells from being oversaturated with all this water, it creates additional pressure on your foundation, many times leading to cracks. So not only is waterproofing important right now, but it's very important to inspect your foundation for any additional damage the water may have caused. This pressure is known as hydrostatic pressure. If you've seen horizontal cracks in your basement walls, maybe some bowing inward, this is typically due to that unwanted pressure caused by the swelling soils on the other side. USS has several solutions for this. Check them out online, USSTN.com. USS dedicated to helping their customers get the repairs they need now to protect their greatest investment for a lifetime. They're dependable. They're trustworthy. They are USS. Learn more at USSTN.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Why are you doing Michael Jackson like every break?
Hey, don't hate
Why
on
not?
it. I love it.
I'm not hating on it. I love it too. I'm just curious. Like, is there a reason I don't know about? Like, specifically
I
today?
played one Michael Jackson song, and I was like, I'm kind of feeling that. So then I played another one, and then I liked that.
Yep.
And then I was like, why not another one?
Wonder if Chris Lowe ever saw Michael Jackson in concert. Chris, what's up? How are you?
No, I didn't. I don't know. I don't know anybody who has, at least in my circle. That's remember the Jacksons? You're probably too young. The
Victory
Jacksons
Tour.
was a big deal. They played at Stokely way back. The Jackson Five.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, like back in. Somebody will have to back me up on this, but I want to say I was in school there in the '80s, so maybe sometime in the '80s.
This is what I
Late 80s,
this is what
mid-80s.
I know about Chris Lowe from a music standpoint, Babs. He loves Bob Seger, and he loves oh crap, it just blew my mind. Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, Earth, Wind and Fire is great. There's a great documentary too. I think it's on Netflix
I
now.
just saw it. It's so good.
On Earth, Wind and Fire, and sort of their rise, and then sort of the way it all sort of went south for them. But it's really good, and just sort of seeing how they made the music and just how creative they were, and gosh, all the horns and the percussion. I mean, it's unbelievable. So if you're at all an Earth, Wind and Fire fan, you should watch that documentary.
I mean, who wouldn't be? Such iconic songs.
I bet you Dawn and her when she does her karaoke, I bet she absolutely nails September.
Yeah.
I can play
Spit to
trumpet in
rap
the
where you
background.
don't have to carry a tune.
Yeah. Yeah, she did Vanilla Ice and crushed it at the karaoke night.
Yeah.
She had an outfit and everything low, and somebody said you could do a Fresh Prince song next with her outfit.
And Warren G. Regulators is coming next year.
Yep.
That's right.
What do you think Slay's good? I can hear Slay doing some Tone Loc.
Do you know what he did? Chris Stapleton. And he killed it.
Killed it.
Hey, Slay actually has a good voice. Are you shocked?
So I did a piece, and Slay's not there, I know. I did a piece on him his last year at Tennessee when I was in the Tennessean. And it was a story, of course, he was SEC Player of the Year, but we tried to do the story where we talked to everybody really but Slay. We talked to friends, talked to John Henderson, Buzz Peterson, talked to Lolita, his mom, all the people who had known Slay and grown up with him. And there was a great picture with he's sitting there and he's looking with his headband on, and there's a couple of people around him with their fingers up to their mouth. And but then I asked, we sort of did a, Slay on this, Slay on that, and one of the questions was your favorite country song. I'll never forget this. And guess what it was?
Was it Garth Brooks?
Thunder Rolls.
And bingo! Wow.
It still is. It still is.
Bingo!
Lo.
You hit it, man, right on the park.
Yep.
And the thunder rolls, and he actually, when I ask him that, he sort of goes into the verse. He starts going into the verse, singing it. That's been Slay's last year was what 2003 or 4.
3.
That's been 23 years ago. I could still hear him. We're sitting there in the little break room outside at Thompson Bowling. I'm talking to him, and he starts singing, and the thunder rolls. But yeah, that was his favorite, and it still is his favorite country song.
Yeah, because Stapleton may have replaced it. I don't know, but he loves that song. And when this
I gotta
is
try to dig up. I gotta dig up that. I gotta get Mike Oregon or somebody with Tennessee to dig that
up. This is September for those that don't know, from Earth, Wind and Fire. Didn't anticipate this happening today, but this song is incredible. Babs, can you do it?
No.
Everybody knows this song.
No.
Low Dog, you had a chance to do a piece for On3.com with the most coveted running back that I can remember, maybe since Jay Graham, Concord, North Carolina, but David Gabriel Georges, Chicago, Baylor High School. He's from Canada, but Tennessee, Ohio State, Mississippi. Ole Miss keeps getting mentioned too as a third team, but it looks like Ohio State and Tennessee the leader. One of the things that was interesting that came out, because the reporting was that he had made his decision and he was waiting until July 22nd. He told you not so fast.
Yeah, and I think he's pretty close if he hasn't already. I think more than anything, he wants his moment. His family wants him to have his moment. The people at Baylor do. He's going to announce it at 5:30 on the 22nd. That's pretty close. And he could have gone anywhere. And his first offer was Oregon back when he was a freshman in Canada. Georgia wanted him, Alabama wanted him, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Ohio State. Yeah, it is an Ohio State, Tennessee thing. I think Tennessee's in good shape. I really do. And I don't want to speak for the kid. I spent a lot of time with him. He's a sharp kid. I mean, gosh, he only started speaking English like a little over 2 years ago. I mean, imagine going to live in Montreal and living in a French-speaking town. I mean, I told him this. I couldn't imagine going there and within 2 years picking up the language the way he has. He's a really, really sharp, intelligent kid who's laser focused. And I put something out today on my Twitter account. Of course, you know how people read what they want to read into. There was a famous Sports Illustrated cover of Herschel Walker, where they did a story about his insane workout regimen, and there was a picture of him without his shirt on the cover, and he said in that article, "My body's like an army." That was one of the famous quotes. Well, if you've ever seen DGG, and I think there's a picture, you used a picture in my article, he looks like he was chiseled from steel. I've never seen a kid at that age. I'm not talking about he's going to be Herschel Walker, because that's crazy to talk about that. But the way he looks, his physique, his speed, his power, where he is going into his high school senior season, I've never seen one like that. And a lot of the coaches I've talked to there at Baylor, Eric Westmore, and Eric Westmore, remember, played with Jamal Lewis.
Emo, yeah.
Tennessee. Other coaches at other schools all agree that they've not seen one quite like this kid going into his senior year in high school. Now, sometimes it doesn't translate at that position. Running back can be a little bit funky, as we know. But I think this kid's got a great future wherever he goes. Ohio State, Tennessee. I do think, though, that Tennessee's in really good shape with it.
I think the Baylor coach told you what he saw 3 plays of the kid in Canada. And he's like, "That's it. Yeah. I've never seen anything like this."
It's a great story. His mom and dad are Haitian immigrants. They moved over to Canada when they were young, when they were kids. And they speak Creole. They don't speak a little bit of French, but they don't speak English. So there is a language barrier with his parents. So his uncle and aunt, his mom's younger sister, they've sort of run the show for him, and they've helped translate. They've helped him sort of navigate this whole process. I think his aunt has a legal background. His uncle has played football, has a football background, has tried to help Canadian kids get opportunities in the United States. So they sort of run the show, and they've sort of set it up for him and everything. But yeah, it's a great story. He's really intelligent. He's taken Spanish at Baylor School. Baylor School's one of the better schools in the state. I mean, it's up there with some of the private schools there in Nashville. And he's taken Spanish and been taught Spanish and English. I mean, imagine that. So he grows up speaking French, and he learns in 2 years to speak English, and now he's taking Spanish and English. So I was really impressed with him. Very mature, very focused. He's going to make a lot of money wherever he goes. Ohio State's offered him more than $1 million. Tennessee right around $2 million per year. And, none of these contracts are disclosed, but I feel comfortable in talking to people I have that that's what the numbers are. And he'll be the highest paid high school running back ever, coming out of high school at a running back. And so a lot of pressure on him. But in the time, and I was with him for over an hour, and we talked about a lot of different things, talked to some of his teammates. He doesn't really seem to be overwhelmed by it. And I think that's when you look at him and the way he goes about his business and just sort of how hungry and motivated he is. I thought probably one of the most telling things he told me is, I said, well, tell me what, you got all this money out there. You got all these schools you could go to. Your people, retweet your clips ad nauseum. And he just said, man, I love the work. He said, I love the grind. I love the work. I love what it's taken me to get to this point. He said, and I've got a ton more to do. He said, that's what I'll promise you, that I'm going to keep working to get to where, not where people expect me to get, but to where I want to get. And, I've been around a lot of kids at that age, covered a lot of kids, and written stories I did a big piece on Jadeveon Clowney when he was coming out of high school.
Yeah.
You remember he was a can't miss type prospect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying
Was
this
he
kid's
Rock Hill?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, all the great ones come from Rock
I
Hill.
know.
yeah, including
I know.
Chris Lowe. Chris Hope, too.
Chris Hope, yeah.
Chris Hope's another one. Yeah, Chris Hope, who lives, I think, does Chris still live there in Brentwood?
I
He did at
believe
one
so.
I think so.
But no, Clowney would be, that type of big time prospect that I go back with and did a big story on. My time with David sort of reminded me of Clowney and just sort of the hoopla surrounding his recruitment and the expectation. And remember, Clowney's one of those guys that just burst on the scene as a freshman and was unstoppable and really probably had his best year as a freshman. And then after that, I don't know if he shut it down, wasn't as good, but was still the number 1 overall pick in the draft after he came out as a junior.
Chris Lowe with us on 3HL. Chris, I saw some reporting from the Ohio State side of things that indicated that Adidas sweetened the pot in a way that this guy said, I just don't know how Ohio State can combat it. He said that he was told that Ohio State asked Nike if they could get involved, and Nike said, we don't get involved in high school athletes. I'm curious if you've heard anything like that.
Well, I don't think it's a coincidence. Tennessee just switched over to Adidas. Now they signed the deal, agreed to it a while back, but they just now they've just done their reveal over the last 2 weeks. So it was a massive contract. I've heard different numbers. So absolutely, Adidas is going to be involved with Tennessee in some of the NIL stuff, and it sort of helps both sides. But I absolutely, definitely believe that Adidas has helped. I don't know about the Nike end with Ohio State, but I do think that that this will not be or is or will be the last time that Adidas this Adidas deal comes into play. It is advantageous for Tennessee. I think when you look at the basketball, Tennessee's basketball roster is going to be somewhere between 15 and 18 million this year. I mean, guys, they're paying Juke Harris over $4 million, the kid that transferred from Wake Forest. So I think that's where we are right now. You're going to see teams and schools continue to look for ways when you're having to pay these enormous salaries to kids, to ways to generate money. And I think apparel companies like an Adidas, who clearly jumped on board. Penn State also entered into a partnership recently with Adidas. So here we go, man. It's going to be a thrill a minute to see how schools continue to try to generate revenue to keep up. And I don't know where it ends, because the amount of money that high school kids are getting now goes up exponentially every year. And that's why I don't think anybody debates that David Gabriel Georges has a chance to be just a super running back, a difference maker, elite. The debate really is, do you pay a running back that much money coming out of high school?
Mm-hmm. It's been devalued in the NFL, obviously.
Is any running back worth that kind of cash? Especially now, as one coach pointed out to me, to be fair, when you have the portal. I mean, if you're Missouri, you'll get Ahmad Hardy from Louisiana Monroe, okay? Mm-hmm. If you're Ole Miss, you get Kawan Lacey from Missouri. So you're able to go to the portal and get guys who have played against college competition, who are established. I mean, Kalen Black, who was Indiana's one of their best rushers last year. I think they paid him $300,000 or $400,000, and that guy was a monster for the Hoosiers and got drafted in the 3rd round. So we'll see. I think Tennessee felt like this was a guy who played in their state, who has a chance to be a generational type running back, that they were going to do what they needed to do, from bringing in Alvin Kamara on his visit to giving him a better deal than anybody else, going all out to get this kid. And I think was their thinking all along. And I think they're in good shape. You never say never in recruiting, but I'll tell you this, if for some reason he doesn't go to Tennessee and decides he's going to go to Ohio State, Tennessee has done, in my mind, everything they possibly can do to get him.
James, with a question I think a lot of people might be wondering because of the misconception of Tennessee's offense. Does this Heupel offense need this caliber of running back?
Well, and that's another good one. Josh has had 3 straight 1,000-yard runners. Dylan Sampson 2 years ago ran for a school record 1,400 yards and was the SEC Offensive Player of the Year. Would Georges come in and gain 13, 14, 15, 1,600 yards or more his first year? I don't know. And that's a fair question. I think that's why when you start talking about, do you pay any running back this kind of cash? Those are questions a lot of people ask. I do think he's got a chance when you pair him with let's say you get him, you bring him in, that would be Brandon's, if he is indeed the starter, his second year would be David Sanders' third year. I think you set up in 27, if all those things come into play, an offense that's got a chance to be, really, really good. Tristan Keys will be a freshman this year. It'll be his second year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you sort of add all those pieces together and you put good people around him, again, he's people that know a lot more about it than me and who've been around him, who've seen him practice, who've compared him to other backs the last few years, all say this kid has a chance to be special. And the expectations will be enormous. He understands that. But I think it's going to be fun to see what he's able to do at the next level.
Yeah, Heupel does like balance, because it's kind of sold as a run and gun type thing. But if he gets a light box, he's going to run it. And this might be the caliber of running back that doesn't need a light box, and which will cause some consternation among defensive staffs.
Yeah, he's going to spread you out and run the football. And if you get a kid who's special, let's say that Gabriel Georges is that guy, then he's going to do some real damage in that offense. And we'll see. I hate to make comparisons because the kid's never played a college snap, but I think just from a potential power, speed, physique standpoint, Tennessee has not had a guy like this at running back since Josh has been there.
Definitely not. You can go back to Jamal Lewis. I've seen comparisons to Adrian Peterson too. In terms of the frame
Westmore, even though compared, I'm not saying he is Jamal Lewis. I saw Jamal Lewis the first week he was on campus, and I remember thinking, good God, this kid's 18 years old. But even Jamal at that point was a year and a half ahead of where Gabriel Georges is. He hasn't played his senior year of high school, and back then,
that's right,
players reported like in July or August. They didn't come in January, so he was about a year and a half ahead. But still looked like a man. I remember I talked to Peyton Manning about this, and he said that he was that. Jamal was one of those guys, when he got on campus, you looked at him and said, man, this kid looks NFL ready right now. And if you'll remember, in his, when did they play Georgia? Or was it Auburn when he had his big it was Georgia.
It was Georgia. It was week 4. So Mark Levine started the first 3 weeks of that season, who was 5'9", by the way. And then Jamal Lewis.
Including the Florida game.
Yeah, and then including the Florida game. And then Jamal went for 200+ in 2 of his first 4 games.
And was just,
as a starter.
Is a man among boys. You don't see many guys. In my time of doing this, you don't see many guys, high school freshmen, or coming from high school that look ready-made to play in a league like the SEC. Clowney was one. Jamal was one. There have been a few at Alabama over the years that I saw when they were freshmen that I thought, man, this guy's ready right now. Of course, you go way back, the Bo Jacksons and Herschel Walkers of the world. This kid's got a chance to be that kind of player. And I think that's why you see so many people. Ohio State is Ohio State, and they're willing to pay him more than $1 million for a running back. Oregon, Alabama, everybody has tried to get him, and there's a reason. You just don't see, as Emo told me, Eric Westmore, he said he's different. He's just different.
Emo was too, undersized linebacker, but man, so good. I'm looking at it now. It was Ole Miss was that breakout game, 22 for 155 and a touchdown. Then Georgia, where he's from, he went for 232 yards and averaged 10.5 yards per carry in his second career start.
So there's 2 things I remember.
Fulmer was getting lit up about that.
I remember Peyton threw a touchdown pass late. They were up. Tennessee was up like 30-17 or 31-13. He threw a touchdown pass in the last, 2-3 minutes of the game to make it 37. Of course, they're trying to get Peyton the Heisman Trophy. And at midfield after the game, Jim Donnan had some not so nice words for Philip Fulmer, post-game handshake. The other thing, if you remember, that summer before Jamal came to Tennessee, or in the spring, he got popped for shoplifting.
Right.
Somewhere
I forgot about that
area.
Yeah.
And it never got out publicly. It never was out, never reported. Well, conveniently, 2 days after he lights Georgia up for 2:30, front page Atlanta Journal-Constitution. There's a big story about Jamal Lewis being popped for shoplifting. It's sort of funny how that happens sometimes.
Chris Lowe on 3.com with us.
Chris, real quick, I know we're up against it, but new lawsuit from a Michigan assistant coach says that the university was aware of the entire Connor Stalions sign stealing scandal and covered it up. What do you know about what a debacle all of this is, and with Ward Manuel and everything that's gone on?
I don't think anybody around that program is really surprised on. I think they knew this report was going to be ugly. I mean, they spent over $11 million for an outside firm to come in, and look through all the closets and that type of thing. And I think everybody around there knew what was coming. I mean, and maybe people talk about Dusty May. Maybe Dusty May knew what was going to be in that report.
Yeah.
Or had been briefed or had an idea, and that's why he booked. But no, I don't think anybody in the industry felt like Ward was going to make it long term when we got through this. And so that's where we are. It's been a pretty tumultuous for a school that's won multiple national titles, football in 23, basketball this last year. It's been pretty tumultuous off the field.
Man, great stuff, Chris. Appreciate the visit. A lot going on, and SEC Media Days next week. So it's on.
You going to be there?
Yep.
You going to be at
It's
our
here.
house party?
Who's having it? Who's hosting it?
Slay.
Well, listen, you never miss a party that Slay's hosting. do
That's
you?
right.
Ain't no party like a sleigh party.
No. It's always good catching up, guys.
All right. Thanks, Chris. See you, man.
Bye-bye.
Chris with the piece on the running back. Tennessee and Ohio State. Ole Miss still in there. On 3.com. More 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone. eSpaces.com. Check them out. You need a workspace that's better than your house. Get out of the house. Get to eSpaces.com. Went and visited with my buddy John Pirtle and his crew at eSpaces today on the Music Row location. They have lots of locations in Middle Tennessee. You can see them all online at eSpaces.com. They are in Goodlettsville. They have two in Green Hills. They have Cool Springs. They have Murfreesboro. They have one at the Roundabout just up the street from us. They're in Brentwood, two in downtown Franklin, Burton Hills, just beyond Green Hills, the nation's music row. They're also in Atlanta, Orlando, Knoxville, and look out, Memphis. Here they come. One thing I learned today, they have a podcast set up where you can go into an office that is devoted to you recording a podcast. So get with these guys if you're looking for a space to do that. They've got you covered. eSpaces.com. Maybe you need a new office space to start the quarter off right. If your current workspace isn't keeping up with your ambition, it's time for an upgrade. eSpaces has you covered. Many, many different creative ways for you to get work done there, whether you just need a desk that is semi-private or you need an office. They've got you covered. eSpaces.com. They've got team suites. They've got meeting rooms. Maybe you want to have a meeting. Maybe your office is downtown like ours, but you want to have a meeting with some clients that are in Franklin, for example. They've got you covered there. Again, all the locations you can see online, eSpaces.com. Tours available now. Reserve your space early. Visit eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. I was trying to think about the trying to think of the Michael Jackson Victory Tour back in the day, and our guy Tom Maltini texted and he said saw Michael Jackson at Neyland Stadium, 1984. He had 3 shows, 120 to 125,000 fans each time because people were on the turf.
That's crazy.
3 shows. I thought I
84.
remembered that. That's the year I came back to Nashville, so I was 11.
Oh, my gosh.
1973. There you go.
Wow.
Time comes quickly. Year 30 in radio. Year 17 for 3HL. Oh,
That's
man.
longevity, Mayor.
From News 2, Aaron McCullough with a story. Babsy shared this with us. Y'all need to know this. Listen, man, you need to listen to the whole show because there could be very important things that come at you in the last segment.
That is true.
Like the bingo card, which I only wrote one thing. It's like Real Housewives of the NFL. Tom Brady talking about the wide receiver position. There you go. It's harder when there's just 2 of us in here.
Yes.
So, Operation Southern Slowdown began today. And will run to Saturday, which is July 18th. According to the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, the purposes of the annual traffic campaign is to increase speed enforcement on major highways and high-risk locations during a travel period when the rate of fatal crashes is highest. So that's what Operation Southern Slowdown going on, y'all, all throughout the state of Tennessee.
Don't speed. Note to Dawn Self.
Or if you do, make sure you're a little bit behind Babs and she'll catch the ticket for you.
I was like, yeah, just find someone going faster than you and just like.
In all seriousness, y'all be safe out there. But that is a thing.
It's a
thank you,
thing.
News 2, for pointing that out. Operation Southern Slowdown.
Thanks for letting us know.
Coming at you tomorrow, Frank Caliendo is our NBA Summer League reporter, apparently.
This is so random. This is so random.
What do you think his
Well,
best?
he was going to come on today, and he was like, well, Tuesday might work better time-wise. And I'm like, well, Slay's out today. He'll be back tomorrow. Slay's speaking at Hardin County Hall of Fame tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Slay. Presented by your mom and him. But I thought it would be much better if given the choice. Like, Caliendo and Slay working together is pretty damn good. Like, Babs and I kind of get out of the way of that.
Who do you think
and
his,
also NBA. Like, we
NBA.
need Slay here
That's
for
right.
that.
Who do you think his best NBA impression is?
I don't know, but also Caliendo, if he goes to a
Barkley?
sporting event, you know people are yelling, dude,
Oh, yeah,
Barkley,
Barkley.
funny man.
Okay,
I bet you
but
can do Shaq.
also,
Shaq's good.
why is he hanging out at the NBA Summer League?
We'll find
That's
out tomorrow.
the other question.
He's our reporter. He's embedded.
Okay.
He's on the beat.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll find out.
You know, like those reporters back in the Gulf War. He's embedded. It's a lot like that. All right, time to go. We love you guys. Thank you for including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. 3HL is organized chaos. I think we were able to move through a bunch of topics today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So
There you go.
have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you're getting a shout out. Shout out to the Home Run Derby
On Netflix.
On Netflix.
on Netflix. I mean, quarterback coming out tomorrow.
Quarterback, yes. QB.
And Cam Ward.
Quarterback.